All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to say Kahala, Yahawah Bahasham Yashai, Kahala, Yahawah Bahasham Yashai, Kahala, Yahawah Bahasham Yashai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. This is Rayabya God, the Zealous Israel Ministry, and this is this video is going to just be titled Biblical Topics, Testimonials, Open Forum, Volume 1, and this is going to be something that I'm going to be doing every week. Between Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday, I'm going to open up this type of ordeal, all right, for brothers and sisters to come in and give their testimonies and deal with biblical topics, Bible studies, an open forum, all right. And this is just this is of Zealous Israel Ministry, right? So any brothers and sisters that might want to contact me or want to jump on and have a conversation or what have you, and I had to put this up together just real quick tonight. And I'm probably not going to be on this long. I'm gonna move with the spirit, but excuse me. So the reason and the whole point of this is to build and to edify into 1 second. The whole point of this is to build and edify brothers and sisters, and maybe have a personal conversation. You know what I'm saying? This is something I want to do. And once again, I mean, I'm just throwing this up now. I've been wanting to do this for months. And Lord willing, I stay consistent with this. And, I want to say too, the reason why I haven't had many videos out past couple of weeks, because I've been dealing with a lot of personal things, particularly dealing with the living situation I have as far as certain things happening, as far as, let's just say things I got to fix physically. All right. I mean, really tough. Let's just say this. I mean, sewage is broken out in the basement down where I live at, so I have to fix that. Trying to think what else I had to deal with. I had to deal with some other things as well, situational things in the midst of transitioning into another job. Brothers and sisters, as much as I love praying for brothers and sisters, I ain't gonna lie, pray for me in the name of Yahawah about Simeon Shah that things can be better for me. A prayer, definitely helps. And much love to y'all in truth and sincerity. Much love to y'all, brothers and sisters. Now, yeah, so that's the reason why I haven't been uploading much last month. And it's really pushed me back. I mean, I have time to get some things done as far as pre-recorded videos, lessons, and so on and so forth, documentaries, presentations. That's coming soon. So here's what I want to do. Once again, going back to this biblical topics and testimonials in open forum, volume 1, this is going to be something that's going to be ongoing indefinitely. And we're going to see how this works. Once again, it's going to be once a week. I will always do a live stream between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. It's going to be in the nighttime. Now, Sundays might be a little bit more flexible depending on my time and situation and how of things that I might be doing on Sunday or what have you. But I will announce it at the beginning of probably every between Monday and Tuesday, announce what day I'm going to schedule to do this thing, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. And once again, it's gonna be for testimonials, coming into the knowledge or what have you, what things that you went through, that you're open to, biblical topics, things dealing with the world, and things dealing with things about life and just things in general. All right. So this can be more interactive. So I can be more interactive with brothers and sisters, and they can feel comfortable coming on. Also, too, yeah, we're gonna go into different topics biblically, and just any questions. And I will also have this line in this number open, actually, because it's going to be the new number I have, because right now, currently, if brothers and sisters are calling one of the numbers that you see on one of the pages, I got a new talk tone number, which is the ministry number, and I'm using talk tone numbers because it's cheaper. But I'm gonna post that, and it's gonna be something new. It's gonna be a new number. Actually, I'll post the new number right in here. All right, where brothers and sisters can just call, or you can call me anytime, or send a message anytime, so that you can say what you need to say. Shalom, my Quran. All right, but this is what's gonna go down. Actually, let me go ahead and put that sticker up. All right. 206 750. Yeah, let's do that. Yep. So this is gonna be the number. This is the ministry number, 206-750-0744. This is going to be the ministry number, brothers and sisters want to call. Shalom, Israelite. Shalom. So yeah, this is this is going to be something that's going to be done weekly once again, and it's and once again, brothers and sisters, I have not been active on this page for a multitude of reasons. Pray for your brother. But this is going to be something that's going to be dealt with, and we're going to deal with some topics or whatever, what have you. But one thing I will address, since this Zealots is a ministry, all right, because there's things that I teach and things that I prove in the scriptures of teaching. So if there's things that let's say if something's being spoken of or broken down by somebody, I will respectfully, that's something that's not coherent with the scriptures, I'm gonna have to correct that and tell you what is speaking on truly what the scriptures are speaking on, in particular what whatever understanding that a brother or sister might have that may not be coherent with the scriptures. I'm gonna have to correct it for the simple fact of getting things right, because the whole point is to be as perfect as the Mashiach is, speaking of who the world calls Christ. All right, so I have to, that's definitely something that brothers and sisters need to have a disclaimer of when they come on. All right. But also too, if brothers need to go in dialogue about, things that pertaining to scripture and doctrine, then dialogue can be had. All right. So that's just going to, open things up. I don't like going back, and I don't like debating or, all that other stuff, but definitely want to get things right overall, And once again, I just threw this live stream up just now because I've been worn out, especially this last week, dealing with some shit, man. I'm just mentally just kind of broken right now a little bit, but the best remedy is doing this work. All right. Shalom to Tribulation Saints 144. Shalom to Alon. Shalom, brother. All right. So yeah, this is going to be the number, and I will open up the link, for brothers and sisters to come up in, and look, you ain't got to show your face. Well, I'm gonna say this: if I don't know you, you have to show your face before I bring you on, because I can't just because people will do a lot of weird stuff. So if you're sincere, if you do feel like coming on, definitely you show your face in the back chat before I bring you on, so that I know that you're a real person, or you're that person that your screen name says. All right, if it's not verified by this algorithm on StreamYard. All right. So, just to get that in put that in perspective. I mean, you know, because it's, you know, because you got to be careful, because, you know, if you have a platform or if you have a page on YouTube, you have to, you know, if you I've dealt with this many times on this page and another page I have that has nothing to do with the, you know, the knowledge. But if you bring somebody on, and someone did this before and almost got my third strike, almost knocked this channel down. What they did, they put a dick pic of all things on here. All right. And there's a couple of people I thought who might have done that, but they went under the disguise of a Muslim. All right. But we know that wasn't the same individual that they had in that picture, but that shows you how devious and deviant certain individuals are when they come on and do these things, right? So it's just what it is. You know, so I just want to bring all these things out as far as the you know, rules and regulations, but overall it's just really just flowing through the spirit and flowing and doing, and you know, and I'm gonna just say this, you know, if there's people that I do not like, or I despise, or I don't even really despise people I don't like, or I despise their evil and wicked works, right? I can't sit up here and say you can't come on. Why not? If you want to have a regular discussion, if you want to be sincere and have a man-to-man, heart-to-heart discussion, because I don't think I have any issue. I don't have any women that I would say that I have an issue with. So I'm mainly speaking to men, because I don't speak to women in the knowledge like that, as far as on that level. All right, because I've rebuked men, because men are, you know, the men are the leaders of certain of these groups that I've, you know, if you go look at the catalog on this page, you will understand why I spoke about them. But if you want to come on and have a sincere dialogue, then be my guest and come on here. But one thing will be understood: no negativity, no niggerism, negativity, stupidity, all right, will be tolerated. I have zero tolerance of negativity and stupidity and niggerism, all right, and foolishness and back and forth. I do not tolerate childlike behavior. So if you come up on here with that emotional bullshit, you will get dropped down, and I will ban you and I will block you, because I don't got time to deal with, you know, someone yelling and screaming like a little bitch and coming on this platform. The whole point is to 1 Corinthians 14:40 about everything got to be done decently and in order. So we got to deal with things in decency and in order. Okay, and that's the whole point. I mean, if you're disorder, then you're the goddamn devil. You're Satan. You're of Hashatan. All right. So I'm just laying out the rules and regulations and the guidelines of what is not going to be tolerated. All right. As far as what will be tolerated, as far as coming on with the on this open forum, these, you know, biblical topics, testimonials, etc., right? Because things had to be established. Rule has to be set in order. All right. Things got to be set in order. Rules, there has to be rules and regulations. So, you know, so I just want your brothers and sisters to know. I mean, that's what it is. And if you don't feel comfortable coming on, once again, you're more than welcome to hit this, and I'll put this up and put it up here, and we'll, you know, and we can hear you over the live stream. But at least I want to, because most of the videos I'm coming up with is just going to be pre-recorded. I'm gonna space out certain videos I want to do over time, as far as live streaming. And some of them I've been planning since late 2021, and I have not gotten to them. And really, I feel like last year was probably the least active I've ever had to, that's the least amount of lessons I've ever had in any year that I've been in on this YouTube teaching about, this knowledge. So that's definitely going to be something that you know, that this so-called year 2024, because we don't follow these calendar years, we follow the lunar. I follow the lunar cycle. All right, I follow the calendar. I follow the days and the new moons. All right, as spoken of in the scriptures. But for the point of this calendar year that we're forced to be subjugated to, the Julian calendar, the the Gregorian calendar, which is based off the solar cycle or whatever. 2023, so called, so to speak, has been very inactive as far as the lessons, and I'm looking forward from this day forward, getting these lessons out. So I want y'all brothers and sisters to understand that. Yeah, there's going to be some false doctrines that need to be spoken about, that need to be dealt with, you know, for sure. What I call this the inaugural, or no, I'm thinking of so many words to call it. Yeah, the inaugural. Yep, that's the word. Marking the beginning of an institution, activity, or period of office. Yeah, this is the inaugural biblical topics, testimonials in open forum, and of course, volume 1. So this is the inaugural live stream of this. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on, but I'm going to be on for a second. Once again, you brothers and sisters want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on and talk, man. Oh yeah, and by the way, before I drop this link, anybody that's from these other religions, right, and that want to have a conversation, you're more than welcome to come on. All right, you're more than welcome to come on. So, and it's not about, I'm not extending olive branches. It's just being, once again, being an open forum, right? It is what it is. So I gotta stay true to the title of this live stream. Understand that. All right. So any of these people of these other religions like Christianity, Judaism, Islam, I don't know, Kemet, all right, different fruits of Islam, different sects of Islam, you know, different sects of Roman Catholic Church, so on and so forth. You're more than welcome to come on and have a discussion. I'm not, you know, I set up as a defense of the gospel, or if you want to have a sincere conversation, then we can have that. There's no problem with that. All right. So I want to just put that out there as well. Saints of the beloved, shalom, brother. Shalom, brother. So any brothers and sisters want to come on, you're more than welcome to. Might not be on here for that long. Maybe I'm probably not going to be on here longer than an hour. So once again, this is the inaugural open forum, biblical topics and testimonials. So if you don't, once again, you don't feel like coming on, you're more than welcome to hit the number. But if you want to come on but not hit the link, then you're more than welcome to hit the number, the new ministry number, by the way. Lord willing, you know, I need to, and I'm gonna say this too, since I'm just talking. Cause see, this is something where I can just speak my mind or just flow through the spirit, where it's not a set lesson or a set topic that I'm speaking on, and anything can just be spoken of, right? Okay, here. Okay, let me hit you with this. Damn, I lost my train of thought for a second. Well, I was about to say something. I completely forgot what I was about to say. Shalom.
Shalom, can I be heard?
Yeah, you can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Shalom, everybody. Most High Christ bless. Yeah, I just did a live earlier. I went on for about 3 hours on my channel. Y'all can check out the replay. Tribulation Saints 144. Uh, couple things. Grace and peace to all the true believers in Christ worldwide, Israelite, Gentile alike. And second, I think what you're doing, Gad, is something different and it's good. You know, have people come to the table, have a dialogue, and it's in the spirit that you're doing this because I'm a live that I did earlier. I was talking about.
Oh, sorry. Wait, hold up. My bad. I hit the you know the button where the button where the bottom button where you space it out.
Yeah.
I hit that button on X. I was knocking something off of there. But no, go repeat that last 5 seconds.
Yeah, you know how what I'm saying, you got these YouTube influencers that be doing these long streams, like 10-hour, 12-hour streams. I was expressing on my channel earlier this evening how, if people could come on this platform and do 10 to 12 hours doing nothing but straight following wickedness, I believe it's possible that we could do like a marathon live stream of just straight edification and information. That's something I want to do in the near future. You know what I'm saying? And to shift the narrative of what a true Israelite believer in Christ is supposed to do and how they're supposed to maintain themselves. I suppose being in the bed, I got to work tomorrow, but they wicked ass so-called New Year's niggas popping firecrackers and shooting in the air like dumbasses. So
yeah.
So I supposed to be in the bed, but I ain't getting no sleep, which I ain't got too long of a day tomorrow, so I can be up for a little bit.
Yeah, that's the reason why I did it tonight, because I was like, oh well, most people are going to be off anyways. So, but sometimes people got to work though. Shit, man.
Yeah, man. So that's something I want to do. I want to do like a 12-hour marathon live stream, Israelite live stream, and just pushing nothing but straight, just edification, and ironing out doctrines, and just getting into mystery, watching videos, do something like that to bring positivity back to the community instead of just a bunch of arguing and cut sessions and all of that, like, because that shit gets empty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what's going on, Ike? What's happening, brother?
Shalom, Micro.
Yeah, so that's something I want to do in the near future. Also, as well as because tonight I did a video talking about how Satan has children too. People seem to forget that, and their job is to hinder the saints of the Most High from doing what the will of the Most High is for them in this world. And you always got to stay on your toes with dealing with these principalities and darkness, like the scripture says. Like, this is spiritual warfare, as weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So the spiritual war that we fight, we always got to maintain a certain level of what's what we look for, austerity and seriousness, because it's way too much foolish jesting going on in Israel right now. There's way too much foolish jesting, and there's a lot of things that's going on that's not funny, and it's not meant to be entertainment for niggas. Like for example, right? Like, I explained the situation, this ill situation that's going on with TD Jakes and Puffy, right? I see a whole lot of Israelites that's foolish jesting about that situation. Ain't nothing funny about that situation. Like this is the same guy that was supporting Eddie Long when he was touching those boys. This is the same guy who allegedly has a son that's a homosexual. This is the same guy who, right now is backing up Tyler Perry with all the allegations coming out against him. So if you see a so-called man who calls himself a bishop at a P. Diddy party and people just making all types of mockery and foolish jesting about that situation, instead of bringing sharp rebuke and correction to bring edification to the hearers, then what are you doing? You understand? So this is something that we gotta have balance in. I mean, yeah, we could joke and play, and roast, every now and then, but a lot of the evil things that's going on in the world is very, very serious. It should be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
but I yield. I give the floor to whoever. Wait, I'm gonna go on mute, man.
Con, yeah, and let me say something before Ikron says what he's about to say, right? Going into that, because I didn't know that there was, well, I mean, it's, looking at the Israelite community and looking at how these Negrons, how they act, it's very, it's very childish for, the Black Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Israelites in general to act a fool and think everything's funny when something's not funny. And in sport and in foolish jesting, something that's not funny. Like P. Diddy is he's a chomo, man. Okay. That dude has molested many people, Justin Bieber and that one I think honestly, I think she is a female to male male to female transgender. What's her name? Cassie.
Yeah, he got Usher too, bro.
Oh, there you go. Usher.
Cassie,
Yeah, Usher too.
Cassie. I mean, probably. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
they trying to cover that transgender up by having these quote unquote women with kids now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's meant to be accepted anyway, man. It's in the word as well, so it's gonna repeat itself, bro. Last days.
Yeah. So so I mean, you have that going on, and you have TD Jakes, and from what I remember, it wasn't just Eddie Long that did all that stuff. TD Jakes, I heard, was a fruit bot as well, man. He was a fruitcake, effeminate pastor as well, along with what's that cat's name? Eddie Long. I heard some things going back 10 or 12, 13 years ago that he did something like that as well. So and I'm gonna just say this: when I see a lot of these religious sects, a lot of times with the Christian church too, and honestly, it's really with all of them, but I'm just speaking with them since we're talking about TD Jakes. A lot of these guys' sons, and I keep seeing this as a trend, sons and daughters either become carpet munchers or they become straight up their sons become straight up sodomites. I noticed that. A lot of that has to do with these cats possibly touching their own children.
It's the Babylonian days, man.
Yeah.
So when I think about it, it's and when you think about all that stuff, how in the hell are you foolish just in something like that? If anything, it's one thing to rebuke it and lambaste these people and destroy them. It's one thing to do that, but to sit up here and laugh and chuckle about shit like that, like you guys are gone, man. And let me bring this out. This Proverbs 10 and 23. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief. I'm gonna stop right there. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief. So a fool goes around, sporting something that's not something that's wicked, something that's straight up mischievous, as is something funny. Once again, it is a sport to a fool to do mischief, and that's what niggas do. But a man of understanding has wisdom. All right, so a man that has understanding have wisdom. Anybody with wisdom understands that you're not supposed to be foolish jesting child molesters and people that get molested by the child molesters. It's common sense. This is what we got going on with, people that are so-called teachers and all this other nonsense in Israel.
God, absolutely. And that's why I've been saying, I've been on the campaign, we need to get back to the basics of the word of God, man. We need to get back to the basics, because the basics is what lacking. Everybody got all of this deep knowledge, esoteric, eschatological catechisms under their belt. You understand? But they forsaking the basics, man.
Yeah, man. Prophecy is just being played out, man, right in front of y'all faces, man. And nobody doing a goddamn thing, man. It's a shame, bro.
Hey, I think you have the background's playing the exact the audio whenever you speak.
Nah, it's because I'm looking at it live from my tablet too.
Okay,
that's what you hear, probably.
So yeah, I was gonna okay. Now I remember what I was about to say too. As far as rebuking, let me say something. As far as rebuking and rebuke sessions, they're gonna come few and far between nowadays, because I already have enough on the catalog as far as reasons why you shouldn't be following none of these camps or these One West groups or any of these a lot of these groups that are really set up. You know what I'm saying? Or even their affiliates, because they're not, even if they're not in the brotherhood, so to speak, or in the game, they're contributing to the madness because they follow after these foolish men. Once again, they're going to be coming few far in between. I'm going to focus on a lot of these lessons and historical lessons and prophetic lessons. So that's what I'm about to do. But it's not that I won't have some rebuke videos here and there of certain people of certain things, but I want to talk about this thing about okay, you know what I will. Okay, here's what I will talk about. And I see a group, GMS, they do this every year, New Year's Eve of Destruction. And it's straight folly, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's one thing to understand that we live on this calendar, and the people that run the society, they follow the years 2024, 2020, whatever, 2018 or whatever. But every time you do that, right, New Year's Eve of Destruction, what you're invoking and what you're basically saying that you care about is damn Janus, because you're acknowledging that January is the new year. And now what I read just recently, and I saw it to Tahar, and I just put up false prophet. So, and this shows you how foolish these guys are. And I'm just going to speak on them just real quick, just to prove the point of the whole New Year's Eve of Destruction. This dude sat up here and now is saying 2024 is the year of, what did he? Okay, let me see something. What did he say? Because I don't want to butcher exactly what he said. Let's go there. I think it's elder. Was it elder in transit? Let's see. This dude.
You always got a false prophecy going.
It's really, really, really pathetic.
They're trying to stay relative.
That's exactly what it is.
You want to know what 2024 is a year of? It's the year of separation. Most High sympathizes with kids like that.
You feel me?
Y'all gonna continue to lose membership.
He about to whoop your ass.
And the Lord is just gonna destroy you. That's just what it is. That's what 2024 is about. It's about putting some act right in these Israelite camps, man.
Okay.
Yo, and that's crazy because we've been talking about this right here on the line.
Hey.
He's gonna start with the Christian church and go down, bro.
Okay. Okay. Watch this. Right now, hear the contradiction, right? So 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Now, let's stop there. Let's stop right there, right? Now, Jacob's trouble can come anytime. And really, there's parts of the prophecy according to the book of second Ezra, I believe the 9th chapter or the 8th chapter. I forget which chapter, but let's deal with something from last year. 2023, according to Elder Apostle Tahar, like these Negroes like to say, right? This man said 2023 was the year, the hopeful year, all the prophecies come to pass.
He's scared. They scared, bro.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's already the so-called New Year's, the pagan New Year, on where y'all's at. It's about an hour and 20 more minutes where I'm at, 20 more minutes where I'm at. So pretty much we're in 2024 right now. So my question is, if 2023 was the year, hopefully all the prophecies come to pass, which includes Jacob's trouble, by the way, then you were hoping for a false year. You're basically promoting false hope. Now, a segment of all the prophecies come to pass that didn't come to pass 2023, you were hopeful of. You're saying you hope happens in 2024.
Bro, this is the year 2000 doctrine on GMO and crack, nigga. That's all it is. They hope that Christ came back in 2000. 25 years later. Now they hoping for destruction coming year after year. Yo, just hang it up, man. Stop it. To be somebody to have 100% true, bro, you getting a lot of answers wrong.
They getting destroyed from all fronts, man. The Most High humiliating them.
And let me guess, who's in this video? Gabar?
It's Tahar. It's Tahar.
Oh, it's Tahar. Oh. Well, I need to stop teaching, man. The shit that come out of that nigga mouth is atrocious, bro. He don't know what to say out of his mouth. He just be freestyling.
Jeremiah 30 and 7 of the prophecy, which will be fulfilled at the second coming of Christ at the end of the last half of Daniel's 17th week. Okay, so real quick. So, and look, I'm not saying that the Most High can't do it. I'm not saying he won't do it. My thing is, why the hell are we listening to you when you said last year was a hopeful year of all these prophecies coming to pass? 2024, you're hoping that Jacob's trouble happens. You niggas been talking about Jacob's trouble.
But he keeps adding a year.
Every fucking year.
He keeps adding a year every year.
It's getting pathetic.
So they design the day of the Lord then.
They doing the okie doke on y'all, man. Y'all just falling for it.
So they in violation of scripture. They design the day of the Lord. So they must not know to what end it's gonna be for them. And I know they're gonna use the freaking Jedi mind trick. Oh, we're not designing the day of the Lord, we're just hastening the day. So you design the day of the Lord, nigga. And that whole concept of hastening the day is not in the right context that y'all like to lose it in, like so many scriptures y'all like to butcher. Hastening the day means watching and praying and anticipating the return of the Messiah. It does not mean that you want to see the destruction coming when you want it to come, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all dudes, man. And this is why the scripture says judgment starts at the house of YAHAWAH, man. A lot of y'all niggas gotta go.
They a bunch of confused motherfuckers, bro.
This is the reason why a lot of these niggas got to be destroyed, bro. Like,
yeah, man, y'all got to get the hell up out of here, man.
And mind you, this the group that claims that have 100% truth. What the fuck does that? Okay, wait.
They got 100% of Satan's truth.
So, okay. Let me wrap my mind about around that. Right, you have 100% truth. The truth is 100%, dumbass. So what do you mean you have 100% truth? The fuck you talking about? Because oh my god, the scriptures tell you what the truth is, and who the truth is on a three-dimensional level, on a spiritual level, which is Christ, Hamashiach Yahawashi, right? So if we understand that he's the truth, then you have to be in him to be in the truth or have the totality of the truth. How do you do that when you profess on his Passover, by the way, that Passover you keep that you're keeping in Christ? You say that his death meant nothing by saying that we're not in the new covenant and that we're still under the old covenant. That means you're not in the truth. Stupid fuck.
It makes Antichrist, point blank period, bro. It's clear because they do everything contrary to the gospel. Everything contrary. These niggas is drunkards, whoremongers. They promote drunkenness and whoremongering. Okay? They promote separated families. All right? They promote all manners and forms of wickedness for the sake of trying to be part of the elect. They promote all manners.
They act tough with guns, bro. They act tough with guns, and they ain't even about that. That's what's funny.
Why ain't no GMS out there with guns? You know what I'm saying?
Well, not GMS, but GMS. I mean, back in the day, they used to they didn't not with guns, but they used to talk tough. Though I will say that they used to talk tough, but
yeah,
every time niggas would
they talk about what they fantasize doing to niggas in the kingdom. Yeah, which that I always found out to be weird, bro. I'm like, okay, you having daydreams about and fetishes about doing harm to another person. That's weird. That's weird to me.
I know these niggas be these niggas be saying some of the most wildest shit. These niggas be like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this woman. They say they gonna rape a woman and whatnot.
Right.
These niggas is crazy.
Let me answer this question in the chat. Brother Israelite, he asked, why is it that they say we're not in the new covenant? Because it cuts into their time money. That's why. It cuts into their time money.
Con.
See, y'all understand something. When Christ was teaching, he hit the scribes and Pharisees' pockets real bad. They couldn't make no money. This is how you know that the gospel, when you read 1 Corinthians 9 chapter, it tells us that a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto us that teach it. And that woe be unto us if we don't teach it. And that we should not be teaching this gospel without charge. So when you say that we're in the new covenant and that we're under the authority of Christ and no longer under the Levitical order, it cuts into their prophets. Just read Hebrews chapter 7. You understand? We no longer have to pay tithes. Why? Because according to 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians chapter 14, it talks about charity. Charity edifieth. You understand? And that's what Christ brought. He brought the spirit of charity. You understand? These things don't know nothing about that.
Oh, hell no. Not especially not GMS. Them niggas ain't there's nothing charitable about them niggas at all. You know also, what they'll go ahead.
Also, the new covenant. When you understand the new covenant, it doesn't do away with the moral law like some so-called new covenant dudes like to teach. I call them free gracers because that's what they teach. What it does is hold the law to a higher standard. Like Christ said, like for example, Christ said that, you know, and the law says thou shalt not commit adultery. But yea, I say unto you that if you look upon a woman to lust after her, you have already committed adultery within your heart. Scripture says, thou shalt not murder. But I tell you, if you hate your brother without a cause, a just cause, you have already committed murder within your heart. See, Christ came to hold the law to a higher standard. But these things are still trying to keep the law, or they're struggling to keep the law on the physical standard because their inward man is evil. You understand? That's why Christ said it's not. That's why Christ said, like, you know, how can you clean the outside of the cup and not the inside? You understand? And yeah, they do misunderstand Paul's writings. You understand? A lot. You understand? That's what Peter said in 2 Peter the 3rd chapter of 16 verse. It says, in all his epistles are some things hard to be understood. They wrestle with those things because what Paul was writing, he was writing to people based on the spirit of Christ and how we're supposed to walk this thing out. Like where scriptures where it says that ye are not under the law and that the law is the schoolmaster. He's only talking to those people who have done the law, as the scripture have said. They're now graduated to the new covenant. Why? Because the law is meant for the ungodly. It's meant for the uncivilized. But if we claim to be in Christ, if we claim to be partakers of the gospel, we're not uncivilized, we're not ungodly. So we graduated to a higher understanding in the spirit. It doesn't cancel what the law says. What it does is shave away those things that was made because of our stubbornness in our own hearts. You understand? Like Christ told the Pharisees, like, yeah, Moses wrote such things in the law because of your hard-heartedness. But from the beginning, it was not so. You understand? So a lot of things that's written in the old Torah law, you know, some of it, the Most High had no intentions for the future. But the things which he said out of his own mouth to his prophets, that's going to remain forever. You understand? So
bring it out.
Yeah, and that's the reason why man, that you know, when you go into these guys talking about they keep all the laws, man, no you don't, man, because not all the laws are like
nobody keep all the laws because there's certain laws that don't apply to us. Exactly. I don't get it. So why the hell do I need to keep a law based on monthly discharges, bro?
And then you don't even know if we don't know who's a Levitical priest or not, right? So even if you are a Levite, you don't know which Levite you are. Are you of Aaron? Are you of Moses? Are you of Eliphaz or Eleazar? Like, come on, bro.
You got the Zadokites, you got the Aaronites,
yeah.
You got the Moshites or the sons of Moses, you got the Gershonites, you got the Eleazarites, and then you got the Hasmoneans or the Maccabees.
Right. So you don't know. So that's why we're under the Melchizedek order. All right, where the priestly order is given to all. Now, the Levitical priest has a spiritual ability that the other tribes don't have, but that doesn't but we're under the Hamashiach, man. We're under the you know, the Melchizedek priesthood. And you know, at the end of the day, man, like, you know, guy, and that's the problem. Okay, the point, let me say this. The reason why, and I'm gonna go through some of these comments as well. I'm gonna say this: a majority of these guys, they want to be worshipped like the apostles and the prophets, which they weren't worshipped; they were hated amongst men, amongst their own people. By the way, these guys are really into that Roman Catholic madness known as the what do you call that bullshit?
The apostolic succession.
Apostolic succession. That's, and why do you think Tahar, Gabar, and Ramlah, they call themselves the apostles? They got their dumbass followers putting them up like as idols with their pictures in the Hebrew names as if there's something fucking special. Go ahead.
When they sold out.
And
on top of that.
Actually, they started calling themselves apostles when ICGJC started doing that. despite Tazadaki. And it was a jealousy thing and why they did that. ICGJC started that first. So
yeah. They started it first. They definitely started first.
They started calling themselves the Apostle Chief High Priest of Israel, and they had 12 seats. And just like the Apostolic Succession doctrine goes, they believe that they're the reincarnation of the original 12. But here's the problem: when people started envying the covenant in the camp, Tazadaki started kicking people out or demoting people. Now the question is, how the hell can you demote somebody that's part of the 12, especially when reincarnated? It makes no sense. So it went from being 12 apostles on the council to being 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And now since Tazadaki died, it ain't no council. It's only Arya if he's still alive and Shaw.
And
which
whatever
was a part of the original 7 out of 1 was. So it goes to show you that, these dudes are not sent from the Most High, they false prophets.
Yeah, man. They don't care about anybody, man. You're right, bro. They're not sent to the Most High, man. And that's what we want y'all to see.
Right. Let me get through these comments, and then we're gonna get to the brother Israelite. Shalom, Jonathan Taylor. Revile not the God. Shalom, brother. Good to see you. I agree with that. Amaziah, Josiah, Shalom, brother. Oh yeah, Shalom. So yeah, man. In 2014 is when I remember them converting Elder Tahar to Apostle Tahar, Elder Ramlab to Apostle Ramlab, Elder Rakah, Elder Gabar as Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it was at War ICGJC. So
yeah. So that's just they, I mean, I just remember that. I remember the few years that they were saying calling themselves just elders. But it's apostles now. So, and it's so funny because the way they've done it, they have they've done it in such a way to where people like their followers, they're not catching it, but people that are outside the cult see it clear as day. All right, Israelite, Shalom, brother.
Shalom, bro.
Shalom. Are you the brother? Are you the Because I remember you. Are you the Cuban brother?
Yeah. I had came on like a while ago. It was probably a few months ago, something like that. It wasn't that long ago, but yeah, we had chopped it up for a while that last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But as far as these guys calling themselves apostles and all that, it's kind of like it's the same thing with the Roman Catholic Church, man, where you got like the priest and then you got the bishops. It's like the Gentiles. They're lording over people, and then they have these titles where they're like these rock stars. You know what I mean? And it's apostle. It's the elder apostle. You know what I mean? And it gets in people's heads, and they look up to these guys.
That's how they doing it, man. That's that witchcraft, man.
Yeah, hey, but we're about to say the same thing. It's a Jedi mind trick, pretty much. Manipulation tactic, which is all witchcraft. It's all sorcery.
Yeah, man. We were talking. I was the one that put that comment earlier about where they twist Paul, whether it's Sakari that throw him out completely, or whether it's these guys that they twist them for lawlessness. Because I've been seeing that even outside of Israel, to where there's either guys that hate Paul and they completely cut him off because they say he was an apostate of the law, or then you have the people that they just completely twist them to celebrate Christmas or just do whatever, just anything. And you can't rebuke them, because when you go rebuke them, they just pull out a Paul verse. And then if you try to explain that verse to them, they don't want to hear it.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, because you'll try to correct them. You'll try to correct them because it's like we're supposed to be orderly, man. Like these things are wicked. We're not supposed to mix the profane, like the
that shit is mad wicked, bro.
Yeah, we're not supposed to mix Christmas with the godly stuff. You know, we're not supposed to mix these heathen practices with
Yeah.
the holy. You know,
Yeah.
That's why he said be set apart, bro. He gave you
yeah,
your own
yeah,
festive days, man.
and that's what holy means. It means set apart. So how is it set apart if you're combining it and then they just run to? It's always Paul too. They just run to Paul. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's
I'll tell you what it is, man. And I say this all the time. The reason why people struggle with Paul's writings, as well as other scriptures, it goes back to this. They have not put off the old man and put on Christ. See, when you put off the old man fully, when you fully surrender your life to the gospel of Christ, you're supposed to be not of yourself.
You got to be honest with yourself first.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be honest with yourself. You got to die to self. That's why Christ said, take up your cross and follow me. You got to die. You got to spiritually die to yourself and be baptized in the new covenant. That's how you receive the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit can't dwell when you full of self. And
Yup,
that's
you got to
why,
stop being proud, brother.
you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are full of self. Since they're full of self, everything that they're doing is in the flesh. It's unprofitable. You
And
understand?
and it's so funny because a lot of times when you hear these guys speak, it's like they're literally speaking against the scriptures and we're reading it verbatim. And they're still teaching it. Like whenever somebody tells you that you can repent from taking the mark of the beast, or you can actually go and marry, you can divorce your wife for any reason, not just adultery, not just adultery and fornication, but for any reason, right? These, and you're reading literally contrary to what Christ is speaking. It just shows you who these guys are, and according to prophecy. So it's crazy because we're seeing him manifest and unfold right before our eyes right now. But yeah, they, like the brothers are saying, man, guys have not put out the old man. These guys still are in their ways, and it's bugged out. And what they like to try to lie on Paul is they like to sit up here and say, Paul, well, he's saying that you can eat any old kind of thing you want, or the covenants for all nations, or or something that they try to falsely accuse him of, but when you read in context of what he was doing everything that Christ told him to do. You know what I'm saying? And everything was according to the scriptures, according to the law. So, and if he was and what's so sick about Issachar is that, since you brought up them, they say that Paul was not taught by Christ. He got knocked off the horse. Well, he got knocked off the horse in Christ breathed life unto him. In other words, he gave him instruction.
Oh my God, these
I
niggas
don't
some
understand.
liars, man. Hakai, the Lord is gonna kill you, nigga. Real talk, bro. Not only watch this, bro.
yeah.
The
Yo,
Lord
these
will
Why?
niggas
smash
break the
your ass
Sabbath,
together.
bro. What you mean? Once they
Uh,
break the Sabbath, this is a wrap for your ass, bro. You know we don't.
Oh, come
You know they
on,
know they
man.
don't keep the Sabbath.
You should straight
They be
lying on the
buying and
Lord,
selling.
man.
Well, their doctrine, like they didn't really come up with that. There's like a thing called Jesus words only. Like there's a whole movement. Like I've actually dealt with these people that aren't
Wait,
even
what?
Let me get this
Israelites.
right quick, man.
Wait, hold on. Jesus, what?
Jesus words only .org or .com. It's like they wrote
Okay.
a whole book, man, where they basically say that Paul was a false apostle, and that in Revelation, when they tell the church in Ephesus that you tested those who were apostles and you found them to be false, they say that that's actually talking about Paul. Like there's a whole big movement of that, man, and it's not even just Israel. So a lot of the stuff that Sakari says, like I've noticed, is the similar talking points that a lot of other people are saying about Paul too, because there's a Torah movement that's outside of Israel too, where people are coming into trying to keep Torah. And since Paul is like the big stumbling block, right? Like whenever you tell people to keep the law, it's always Paul, right? So a lot of people, rather than just defending the truth and rather than just explaining Paul to them, they're just like, all right, I don't care what Paul says. He's not even a real apostle. You know, he didn't learn from Jesus. He just made up his own experience, whatever, right? And then they go to
According
Acts.
to Acts chapter 9, that's bullshit. And I'm
Yeah,
about to
but
read it right
they
now.
go to Acts also because in Acts it says that for you to be an apostle, you would have had to have been with Jesus and then seen him get crucified and all that. So then they go there too, and they pull that. Like I'm just saying this
Hold
because I've
on
dealt
right
with
quick,
these guys.
Israelite. Hold on right quick, brother. They said that in order to receive, to become an apostle, they had to be there to see Jesus get crucified. Bro, not all the apostles was there. The only apostle that was there to see Christ get crucified was John. That's why he
Yeah,
was the last apostle to die. He didn't even die a martyr like the rest of his brothers did. Huh? So how the hell can they say that? Man, these niggas is retarded, yo.
Yeah, man. They following Greek doctrine. That's what they're doing.
Well,
They're
you know what?
Christians.
Hey, you know to add on to that, right? A lot of these guys think that Paul died in prison, which he didn't.
No, he
Retards,
was
bro. They don't read the
beheaded.
Bible.
He was beheaded. He was beheaded in 65 AD. Let me go and read Acts chapter 9, bro. This Acts chapter 9, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, And Saul, yet breathing out threatenings and slaughter against the disciples of the Lord, went unto the high priest, and desired of him letters to Damascus to the synagogues, that if he found any of this way, whether they were men or women, he might bring them bound unto Jerusalem. And as he journeyed, he came near Damascus, and suddenly there shone round about him a light from heaven. And he fell to the earth, and heard a voice saying unto him, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? And he said, Who art thou, Lord? And the Lord said, I am Jesus, whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. And he, trembling and astonished, said, Lord, what wilt thou have me to do? And the Lord said unto him, Arise and go into the city, and it shall be told thee what thou must do. And the man which journeyed with him stood speechless, hearing a voice, but seeing no man. And Saul arose from the earth, and when his eyes were opened, he saw no man, but they led him by the hand and brought him into Damascus. And he was there 3 days without sight, neither did he eat nor drink. And there was a certain disciple at Damascus named Ananias, and to him said the Lord in the vision, Ananias. And he said, Behold, I am here, Lord. And the Lord said unto him, Arise, and go into the street which is called Straight, and inquire in the house of Judas for one called Saul of Tarsus. For behold, he prayeth. And have seen in a vision a man named Ananias come again, and putting his hand on him, that he might receive his sight. Then Ananias answered, Lord, I have heard by many of this man how much evil he hath done to thy saints at Jerusalem. And here he hath authority from the chief priests to bind all that call on thy name. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me. Words in red by Jesus Christ himself. He told Ananias to tell him, Go thy way, for he meaning Saul, who was later called Paul, is a chosen vessel unto me. This is Acts 9:15. To bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. And eventually he suffered death. He was beheaded.
Right.
So I want to know what they're talking about. What part of that they didn't understand?
Yeah, that's step by step right there, bro. You don't get that, I don't know, something wrong with you.
And
Yeah.
for people that say, oh, he taught against the law, let's go to Acts chapter 24.
Oh, yeah.
And verse
21, right?
Verse 24. I'm gonna start at verse 10.
Yeah.
And it says, Then Paul, after that the governor had beckoned unto him to speak, answered, For as much as I know that thou hast been of many years a judge unto this nation, I do the more cheerfully answer for myself, because thou hast made us understand that there are yet but 12 days since I went up to Jerusalem for to worship. And they neither found me in the temple disputing with any man, neither raising up the people, neither in the synagogues nor in the city. Neither can they prove the things whereof they now accuse me. So this scenario where I think this is the first time Paul was arrested in Judea. But this is what he said during his trial. Verse 14. But this I confess unto thee, that after the way which they call heresy, so worship I the God of my fathers, believing all things which are written in the law and in the prophets, and having a hope toward God, which they themselves also allow, that there shall be a resurrection of the dead, both of the just and unjust. So Paul is saying that he believes in the law and the prophets, and he believes in the resurrection. Now, Israelite, my brother, here's what you may not know. One West don't believe in the resurrection. They believe in reincarnation, which reincarnation is not in the scriptures. So who's going off? Paul or them niggas?
No, I agree with that, with the whole reincarnation nonsense. That the whole point of that is what we were saying earlier, where these guys want to act like they're these rock stars. So, you know, part of how they make themselves so cool and important is like saying, oh, you know, I might be this person from the Bible. You know, so for that to be true, they would have to push that reincarnation doctrine. And with the whole Paul thing, you know, I don't believe these things. Like, I'm just telling you, like, because I've dealt with these people. I deal with these people, you know what I mean? Like, and what they would say to this, to what we just read right now, like their common responses, because I bring these scriptures out too, you know, and their common response would be, okay, but then you go down and he says, but as for the Gentiles, they only need to keep these four things, you know. And then they also bring up where Paul says, I'm all things to all men. So these guys, they really hate Paul, you know. They make him seem like he's like
They
this
don't believe in the Bible then. They don't
yeah
believe in the Bible, they do not understand it.
That's what I was saying from the get,
yeah
bro. They don't believe in that shit.
well
It's just a psyop, man. We been known this, bro.
yeah, and that's actually where these Sakari guys get this doctrine from, because it's all kind of like, when I've heard these guys talk, it's the same stuff I've heard from like the Jesus words only people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's Greek doctrine, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that. Let me pull that out real quick, because I was just looking at it briefly. Let's look at that shit real quick. Jesus word only.
Oh, and a question I kind of actually have is what about another, like the main, I guess like the main stickler, because I can pretty much debunk all the stuff where the like Paul's teaching against the law. Like, I understand Paul's a balance, you know what I mean? Like, there's a balance between grace and works, you know, like Apostle James, says that faith wrought the
People gotta
works.
understand something about Paul, right? See, you gotta understand in which letter, what audience he's speaking to, because he spoke to a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds. He spoke to Israelites, he spoke to Israelite foreigners, and he also spoke to natural blood-born Gentiles. You got to understand something. When you read the Torah tells you countless times that there is one law for Israel and there is one law for the stranger. So when he's dissecting the law in his teachings in the New Testament, he's dissecting the law based on which audience he's speaking to. Because there's certain things that Israelites keep that there's certain things that Israelites don't keep, that we ain't got to keep, because that's only meant for the Gentiles. And there's certain things that Gentiles keep in the law that they don't that they don't keep because they're not Israelites. You understand?
Like purificate, like in like purification types things and whatnot.
Right.
And we already know that. And just to add on to that point, purification, like, it's not going to be for like the Israelite foreigners, because they're Israelites anyways. It's just that they're away from either the bulk majority of Israelites, or they're away from the actual land, depending on what time period.
Yeah, they're not part of the heritage, right?
Yeah.
So that's what people gotta understand, and that's how Paul, made the distinction. But you gotta understand who he's speaking to. You understand? Like, and that's what they don't know, because they have this one West philosophy that, everybody that Paul was speaking to was Israelites of the New Testament. That's technically not true. You understand? Because when you look at Paul's ministry, he spoke to Gentiles as well. That nigga spoke the gospel to the damn emperor. That's how he ended up beheaded.
Yep. The
Well, he
Most High
was,
used who he wants, bro. He used mad Gentiles for shit, man.
Right.
yeah, Acts 24, he was speaking to King Agrippa. You know what I'm saying? He was
He's
speaking
speaking
to
to
him.
Herod. Yeah.
You know, so
Herod is Idumean. You know what I'm saying?
okay, I'm
Yeah, and
gonna.
I
Oh, go
I
ahead.
guess the question I would have then is like the one thing that I guess they kind of trip me up on is the circumcision thing. You know, where they say, "Oh,
I,
Paul taught against circumcision," and then for you to keep the Passover, you do have to be circumcised in flesh. And then there's the verse in Ezekiel where, you know, the heavenly Father said for them to come in his sanctuary, you had to be circumcised in the heart and in the flesh. You know, so
yeah,
they bring all that up and they kind of try to
yeah.
trip you up with it.
Well, yeah. Let me answer that. I mean, yeah. I mean, we follow the laws to the best of our ability as far as things that we can keep. Um, but it's primarily when you deal with what Paul was speaking about. I was speaking about the circumcision of the heart because I'm gonna use this as an example. Guys talk about the border blue and fringes thing, right? Which is it's a law to keep, but God, you'll like, but according to like a IUIC camp, you know, they'll make that as a prerequisite to actually get in the kingdom. But then their hearts are not circumcised at all, or they don't have the border blue and fringes in their hearts, in their minds. If it's not in your heart and your mind, you can have the exterior
Yep.
look of being an Israelite all you want to. Just like Allah was just bringing out earlier about Matthew the 23rd chapter about you make your cup look, the outer cup look good, but the inner parts thereof is nothing but wickedness and deceit.
Yep. You're filthy, bro.
Exactly. Now, and that's in when guys start playing those little games, it's like, man, look, it's all about comprehension in understanding what you're reading. What these guys like to do, they play games with the scriptures because at the end of the day, they don't believe in it. They only believe a segment of it for their own benefit, so that they can follow certain people because they know. I'm gonna hit you with something. They know that our people, they don't want to guide our people to the right path. They want them to guide the path that they want to be guided to, which is the path of destruction, which in essence, following the laws, it's not a burden. But when you start breaking things down and trying to make people think, oh, well, I can do this. I can tell my woman she can wear pants all damn day. I'm just using that as an example. Or I can go to the strip club and it's okay. I can do this, that, and the third, and it's okay because because they say it's okay. But in the scriptures, does it say that those things are okay? No, it does not. So they play these little games to try to trip you up because they're playing the same game that Christ dealt with these with the Sanhedrin and with the Pharisees and Sadducees and the scribes that wrote for them.
Yeah, I kind of get it, man. It's a lot like the circumcision and stuff. It's like a wedding ring where it's like it's a sign of the covenant, but if you're not keeping the weightier matters, then it's like you're cheating Jezebel, you know, if you're not keeping the more important things in the law, like
Right.
not killing and and if you had money, you'd be taking care. That's what the tithes were for, anyways. You know, I was reading in Maccabees how all the money they had in the temple was for the widows and for possible widows and for orphans, and it was for the community. It wasn't for these guys to be rich and to live in mansions and all that. So that and the Christian church, they're a big part of that too. Where they take all the money and these guys got mega jets, when really that those tithes were for the community.
Yep. The Most High is gonna come down crashing on them, bro. They're gonna lose all that, so it's not gonna matter at the end of the day. We're just here
Yeah.
visiting, bro. Learning
Yeah.
this lesson, and that's it. The Most High is gonna make the last decision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, dude, that's why it's good to talk to other believers and talk these things out, man, because you know, these are I see these things kind of growing, and they try to kill your faith with this stuff, man. Whether it's these guys or the Old Testament only guys, you know, that the first place they point, oh look, Paul, because you know they can't go to YAHAWASH, they can't point anything where he went off, you know, because you could cut that real easy, and they understand that Paul is hard to understand, so they go there and they try to cut you up with that. And yeah, you know, it's always good to bring these things up and to get other sincere believers and get y'all's opinions on it.
Well, you know, that's the point of, and see this beautiful thing. You said that last little bit. That's the reason why I'm starting this forum every week, where between Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Once again, I'll announce before the day of Wednesday what day I'm gonna go live, so that we can have these kind of discussions. You know, because you know, there's not really, when I look at, you know, the spreadsheet of Israelites that are around, you know, one West or not one West. I mean, how many of these guys are really sincere about what they're doing? Very few, far in between. Not, you know, it's not that, you know, our righteousness are as filthy rags. So, you know, everything we try to do, you know, it's not counted. It's not to be putting over anybody, but this platform or this forum is for brothers and sisters to come away from those things and to build and to break bread and have a spiritual fellowship and ask these questions, you know, so that we can get to a better understanding of the scriptures, also to better ourselves and edify ourselves, you know, you understand? So that's the whole purpose.
Yeah, calm, brother, because it's, you know, like you were saying earlier, the strip club thing. GMS teaches you can pay a hooker. You just go ahead and get you a hooker.
Yeah, and so does Sakari. All right, okay.
Yeah, how much of the lane you got to be to pay for some box, nigga? Like straight up, bro.
Hey,
niggas out here paying for box, subscribing to OnlyFans, Pornhub, Brazzers.
That's where all your tithes is going, man. You know, we trying to get y'all up out of there.
I'm kind of envious of Gag. He get box thrown at him every other day, nigga. And you a strong brother, nigga, because I would have been dipped off.
Man, nigga, bro, I'm telling you, look, I'm about to be 33 next year, right? Well, actually, in the next 2 weeks, actually, I'm about to be 33 next couple weeks. Look, it don't matter what kind of woman I've had. I'm just gonna be honest with men on here. I've had the box thrown at me before, you know, by a multitude of types of different women, and shit, I don't even have to say or do nothing. You know, they let me know straight up. You know, but you know, see, you know, every time I think about it and go back and think about it, it's like, I'm glad I didn't do it because it would have been worth it. And then especially with these stupid niggas in GMS and Sakari don't understand. When you have sex with a woman, it's constituting a marriage. So the physical, and this is the reason why men and women they start to look alike over time, because there's a binding, there's a joining, there's a symbiotic relationship going on, because you know, the sex organs, so on and so forth. I'm not trying to get too technical, but
you're exchanging DNA, bro.
Right.
And that DNA is mixing with your DNA, and you're starting to take resemblance of features of your partner.
And the energy.
That's the main one.
And them spirits. So when your spirit is there, you create soul ties. So when you start and this is the reason why. This is the reason why the Most High say why it says not to be a what do you call it, a whoremonger, just smashing, you know, kind of woman, and then hit like one night stands and hitting it and quitting it.
Right.
All right. This is the reason why you don't do that, because what you're doing is you're creating what you call whoredom.
That's why y'all getting herpes, man. Come on, Deacon.
Not only that, but you look at these niggas' faces and some of these women's faces, they got nothing but straight demons on them, man.
Yes.
So when you have multiple partners, you start to look like a damn demon.
That's crazy.
I mean, if you can now the multiple wife things, if you can actually do that to where you have that woman and they're dealing with you and everything's cool and you're taking care of your business and you have the financial means and the time to do that with more than one woman, then have at it. And you're doing it in the spirit of the Most High, all praises. But see, these guys are promoting hitting and quitting. By what? By saying that you can go ahead and get a prostitute and it's just a transaction. So sex is a transaction, which is promoting what? Prostitution.
And not even that, yo. A lot of these prostitutes, they're trannies, bro. They're not even fucking girls, bro. They got the surgery to have a vagina, and these dudes is just sick, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I think that Hakai might have. I'm not. This is all speculation, but
straight Transformers, yo. They straight smashing trans.
This nigga would try to hit a pic in the inbox right now. Who knows if that's a fucking woman or not?
No, that's a woman.
That's a woman.
I went a couple of times doing security. That's all a woman.
Okay.
She just nasty as fuck. That's all a woman. I'm
gonna say this. Hey,
women got a certain smell. Women got a certain scent to them that men don't. True. I can clearly tell you. I could clearly tell you who's a woman and who's a man simply just by the scent. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I couldn't have your job, dog. Like I couldn't be in no damn bouncer or security man being up in that loud. Yeah. Hey, I hope you got your monies, bro. I hope you got big time paychecks, because I cannot be up in there with all them motherfucking.
Yeah, that was a lifetime ago, man, and I don't miss it, man. Because 10 shots later, thank the Lord I'm still here. So.
Yeah, because that's just a safety concern, man. Because you know how these dudes with the alcohol and everybody, you know, dudes be strapped, or they got the strap in the car, and somebody steps on something.
And the fight break out, PD don't help until somebody end up damn near dead on the floor. That's when they want to come in and break stuff up.
Yeah, they don't want to get hurt. You know, they don't really care.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, hold that thought. Let me just get through these comments. Some people came in. Shalom to Israelite Spartan. Shalom, brother. Shalom, Mary Grace. Shalom, brother. Shalom, sister. Slakia. Shalom, sister. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I like what we were saying earlier. When you're promoting whoredom and everything, a lot of these dudes. How are you gonna find multiple women that's all godly? You know what I'm saying? That's pretty difficult too. And if you're gonna smash a woman, that's a marriage, like you said.
Bro, that's blood on your hands, bro. What you mean?
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, and you know,
they don't even know the half, bro.
You know, and this is the reason why you gotta it takes time to get to know somebody, man. Like you can't just be like, I mean, if the chemistry is there, the energy's there, I mean, it can happen maybe that quickly through the spirit, but most of the times it's you got to get to know the person first, bro. And you got, because you could be damaging that person and yourself by going into the relationship that fast.
Yeah, but listen too, man. That's the demonic stronghold, man. There's principalities in every state, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard for people too, man. That's why you gotta pray, bro. You gotta repent. That's the important part right there, man. And what did you say? Do it on a daily basis.
Yeah, brothers like discipline, man. Because it is like we're saying, we're all getting old. We're all getting older. We're all getting close to our 30s and stuff. So it's like, we already been with a lot of women, So now it's really like trying to find a woman that she at least believe in the Lord and at least is open to believing in the commandments and all that. Because there's a certain lifestyle, that it's going to be different. So she's not really open to that. what are we really doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I going to bind myself to somebody like that? And then there's a lot of risk too, because you're getting with the woman nowadays.
Yeah, man, you're risking your spirit, bro.
Yeah, or even fleshly, man. You could get set up, whether a false accusation or oh, he abused me or whatever, and then you lose a lot of your rights, and Esau, Esau is just waiting for an excuse to come down on you and lock you up or take away your swords or whatever, man. And so you gotta move. You gotta be wise as a serpent, man, and harmless like a dove. But you gotta be wise like a serpent. So you gotta think like an evil person would think, so you can avoid said traps.
Yeah, I was speaking on relationships. I had a conversation with the young sister Zebulonite princess. Salute to her. I know she's probably watching, and she talking about how things is getting bad out here. She really no desire a husband. Woody woody woo. So, and I told her, I was like, sister, don't even worry about that. Just keep the commandments, believe in the gospel. And I said, you never know. They said, and I told her sometimes the deepest love can be found in adversity. And that's something that people got to realize too. When things get bad, it's lonely out here. You understand? And you want to find somebody that you can spend the rest of your short time on earth with. Not just find a place where you can feel safe and comfortable and can find somebody, but have somebody to love on. You know what I'm saying? We all need love. We all need affection from somebody, from somewhere. And sometimes, the deepest form of love is found in the struggle. You understand? So a lot of these women out here, no matter what background they come from, they're gonna eventually find somebody to cling on to, and they ain't gonna let them go for nothing. That's why I tell brothers, be patient. Don't go out here and chase. See, men of the Lord don't chase shit. That's what you gotta understand. Men of the Lord don't chase tail. You know what I'm saying? Just the same way that, the Most High created Eve for Adam, the Most High already got somebody that's set aside for you. You just have to do what's necessary to get to that point. Brothers always ask, like, well, how come, what I'm saying, I'm still single at this such and such an age, or how come it's not working out? Because you're not doing what's necessary for the Most High to bless you with that righteous woman. So if you're not doing what's necessary to get blessed with that righteous woman, then the Lord is going to leave you to your own device. You're going to end up with a wicked woman. That's why the Israelite community got the highest divorce rate in the history of our existence as a nation. Because a lot of brothers and sisters are not waiting on the Most High to give them their significant other.
Yeah.
So,
kind of.
You got to wait on the Lord, man. I mean, shit, Jacob waited 14 years to get the woman he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Ruth, look how long she waited for Boaz. See, they had to wait on the Most High to get the partner that they wanted in life. But the problem is, a lot of these young folk out here, they impatient, they horny, and they hot. And if they can't get that spirit under control, it's going to destroy them. Go ahead.
Yeah, and a lot of these dudes, man, they just shouldn't be in relationships, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Most High got to build you up, man. You got to pray to the Most High to build you up.
Yeah, and there's certain different guys in the scriptures that they never had wives. Look at Jeremiah and Apostle Paul. He probably had a wife before, but when he was really deep in his work, he was single. So
Yeah, man. If you can't be built up, man, how you gonna deal with a woman? How you gonna take care of that? You got to build yourself up.
Yeah, I don't think he ever had a woman. I don't think Israelite.
Yeah, Paul and Jeremiah. The Lord told Jeremiah, "Don't even take a wife, because the judgment was coming." So you never know, man. Because we don't know the day or the hour. So maybe,
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say too, man. Judgment could be right here, man. Maybe all you need to do is worry about yourself right now. And if it comes, it comes. If it don't, accept the fate, man.
Yeah, I mean, and let's say if you was the elect, I mean, all that's going to be for the kingdom anyways, you know what I'm saying? Because, those women will be in their right mind. So,
That is gonna be glorious, man, when you're in the kingdom too.
yeah, it's not going to be, it's not, you ain't got to worry about all this shit that we have to deal with on, in this, on this side, on this earth, and this madness that these women are fed with. So, but all in all, when it comes to these individuals, getting back to these guys, man, they destroy whole households, like the scriptures say, by giving you these things. And let me pull out a scripture real quick, because I always hit these guys with this, right? I think it's Deuteronomy the 20 Deuteronomy, believe it's 23:17. Is it 23:17? See. Okay, watch this, right? Deuteronomy 23:17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So, in other words, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite. In other words, homosexual, all right, or any manner of sexual degeneracy, right, of the sons of Israel, right? So, watch this, verse 18. Thou shalt not. Oh yeah, and by the way, see, these guys will say, "Well, it says the whore. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel," but that doesn't mean that you can't, hit and acquitted with the other women.
These dudes retarded, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, these niggas some wicked motherfuckers. But I mean, it's even foolish to even bring that up from their standpoint, because it's like, well, it's a universal understanding that you're not supposed to commit adultery or create whoredom because it causes confusion, but whatever. I want to hit this part, the verse 18. Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore. So in other words, the money, the transaction of a whore, right? Full Hakah had the audacity to say that paying for a prostitute is not it's just a transaction. Well, the transaction of a whore, or the price of a dog, which is a male stripper or a male prostitute, into the house of the Lord thy God for any vow, for even both these are abomination to the Lord thy God. So he's saying that the hire of a whore and the hire of a price of a dog is an abomination unto the Lord. But these guys are saying that the transaction of transaction of buying a prostitute, which is a whore, because she has sex with multiple men, 40 in a day a lot of times, 20 at the very least, right? They're saying that that's not going off. The scripture's telling you it's an abomination by nature.
yeah,
And the money is an abomination because you can't make a vow for it.
Bro, they're leaning on their own understanding, bro. As simple as that.
I'm telling you, I argue this. I remember when I was back in 2017. And I think I was in Oshra Khan's house, that guy, and a few others, right? And this dude, and because I had a conversation with a Khan. This is how you know these niggas are wicked. I had a conversation, the cop brought this up to him, right? Because I was like, bro, going to the strip club and dealing with these, buying, this is off, man. Alisar tried that Bogart and tough talk shit. He's like, man, you need to stop acting like a bitch. I like, boy, you better mind.
Hey, yo. Hey, I ain't even gonna say it, bro. Fuck it. I ain't gonna say it, bro. I'm tired of you niggas, man.
Hey,
I'm tired of y'all niggas, bro.
He tried to Bogart. I told him, bro, that street corner is mine, nigga. You ain't telling me I ain't getting off of no street. You ain't telling me to get off of shit. Okay. And my whole thing is it was all because of this scripture, but he tried to break it out in his own fucking way. I was like, no, nigga, that's not what it's saying. It's saying that it's an abomination either which way, bitch.
I tell you, man, like
the spirit itself testifies. The spirit itself tells you it's off.
Testify to himself.
That's why the scripture says don't be a whoremonger, because sometimes dipping off into too much box make a nigga effeminate.
Yeah.
Yes. Brother for no reason, nigga.
Well, and like you say, they get with like 30 or 40 guys a day. It's unclean. I mean, logic.
And that shit bonded to them too, man. And that they don't even know that shit. That's what's disgusting, bro.
And that's how all these diseases were created in the first place, man. Well, these prostitutes and the LGTB people, man.
Fucking cesspools.
It was created between those two categories of groups. It was the LGTB people and the prostitution. That's where all these unclean, because they're unclean acts. So
yeah, man. They coming out of
pestilence. That's where
they're coming out of whatchamacallit, bro, out of Israel. That's where the whole shit started, bro. They're the ones pushing that whole agenda.
Mm-hmm.
The Jewish.
And that's why Hamas is bombing that shit to all hell, all praise to the Most High.
Hey.
Yeah. It's coming from the Khazars, man. Yeah, they're
the damn Russians.
The Saturn worshippers.
The small they have like the biggest pride parade in the land. You know, like
Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv, bro. Yeah. That's where it goes down.
Hey, and that's how you know the Lord's gonna destroy these people. You know how you're taking the land, and
not even that, bro. Yo, they sacrificing little kids, bro.
Yeah,
they taking people's kids.
And then you seen the circumcision, what they do with the
bro. They're the biggest organ donors, bro. They make skin grafts, bro. They take melanin, bro, out of everybody they kill.
And you seen the circumcisions where they like suck tools, like they'll suck the tool.
Yep.
These people are sick, man. And that's how you know that they're not the chosen.
That's a ritual they do.
Yeah, that's how you know they're not the people. Because how are you doing? How are God's chosen people? How do these Christian Zionists and all that? How they don't see it? They're doing all this stuff, and they're the chosen people, man. Come on, man.
Now, getting back to this whole situation, right? Because I want to talk about that sex part, because and I'm gonna get to the scripture that the sister brought out about Ecclesiastes 23 and 16 in a minute. Because there's some meat off of that whole chapter. So understanding this, right? Because when you understand the sex magic aspect, and that's the reason why everything needs to be done in moderation. It's exactly the reason why you have to follow the scriptures and not follow man, because the whole aspect of this brotherhood shit, right? With these individuals, and salute to Adept, by the way. He said he wanted to come on one of these forums, but he was talking about the brotherhood the other day. But they deal with sex magic, right? They deal with the Kemetic mysteries, which goes back to the Babylonians, right? The Babylonian religion, the Babylonian mystery school system of sex magic. In every brotherhood, with whether it be different witchcraft circles like the Council of Nine, whether it be the Boule, whether it be the Freemasons or whatever, right? What they do is they start with the adultery part, because that's the initiation. When you deal with the word fornication, it's all manner of evil sexual acts. But the initiation phase of that is what? It goes back to adultery. So you have dealing with another man's woman. And they do this a lot in masonry. But
those are principalities too, bro. Those, like you said, those are the main. That's the main trick they do right there with the sex magic. That's a stronghold right there, because that demon is real strong, man.
Well, that's and that's why that whole sex sex is a strong thing, because it's binding and joining and whatnot.
Yep.
So when you deal with that and you start delving into adultery, what do we know comes after adultery? Homosexuality. Then after homosexuality, what comes after that? Every other aspect: necrophilia, pedophilia, zoophilia.
Pansexualism. Yeah, you just sexually aroused to anything and everything under the sun.
Right.
That's the highest form of sexual debauchery. And when you look at it, I mean, you know, in the Satanic teachings of Aleister Crowley, he teaches in his philosophy that there was no greater satisfaction than the satisfaction of the flesh, and that the Satanic religion teaches you to indulge in the desires of the flesh at all times.
Yep, he said the raw flesh. Yeah, the raw flesh, which he's talking about in arousement.
He says to give in to you. He says to give in to your primal nature as being intelligent animals. This is how they pervert and subvert the order that God has set on this earth. You understand? They believe that man is nothing more than a higher intelligent animal. They don't believe in spiritual things, for it's superficial. It doesn't matter, and that what matters is the now, the present. Just live it up for the moment. You only live once. Turn up. Do what thou wilt. Do what you want to do, and that's what's being pushed on society. That's the satanic religion. You understand? And what you see right now, you see that type of madness being taught in the Israelite community on the low.
Yes.
You understand?
Yep.
And what they do is they butcher scriptures to justify their position. You understand? So when you get into the religion of the flesh, that's why Romans 8 says what it says. That's why Paul said what he said for those that hate Paul. You understand? He said, also in Galatians chapter 5, he tells you what? Walk in the spirit, and ye shall do what? Not fulfill the lusts of the flesh. When you go to John the 2nd chapter, he says, all that is in the world is what? The lust of what? The flesh. The lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of what? The world. And who's the God of this world? Satan.
Satanas.
Yeah, and to touch on what the brother was saying, man, that these even the college fraternities, man, when you want to join one of those fraternities, what's the ritual? It's the LG. They got to do the LGTV stuff, man, where they're getting spanked by other men, and they're doing even we're not gonna get grotesque here, but we know what they're doing.
Bro, they pass you around, bro. They're gonna pass you around. That's what they're gonna do.
Man, I know y'all seen the footage. It's pretty. I know y'all seen the footage. I know it's pretty ill, but it's been the footage going around for years. This Omega Psi Phi fraternity, the Q dogs, they stump in the yard with their pants below their bare asses, marching in formation, literally showing their ass.
Oh yeah, and it's worse than that. Trust me, man.
I know. I know about
that.
They go full. They go all of them, and it's not just the black. It's all fraternities because it's all started by Freemasonry. It's all started by the Jesuits.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's all Greek worship, man.
Yeah, Greek
gods. They doing what the
they
geeks do.
Oaths. Yeah, they make oaths to the Greek gods, man.
Yep, the back. They deal in the Bacchus worship. Just like how the Israelites during the time of the Maccabees during the Antiochus Epiphanes, where they were forcing them into those Greekish fashions and customs. So
I seen the video. It's kind of old, but it was a brother that was outside teaching the word, and he seen this Masonic lodge. I guess it was marching or whatever. It was on Mother's Day too, and these grown ass elderly men was dressed up like women, makeup, all that. Look like an army of Medeas walking down the street. This brother, he dropped camp to walk right across the street and rebuke them niggas. He's like, man, what the hell is wrong with you? As kids out here, you know, this and the third. There ain't nothing gay about us, brother. We doing this. We doing this to show that we in solidarity with the abuse of women. So do you abuse women, my brother? Man, hey yo, that young brother cussed that old nigga out for doing that shit, bro.
Man, bro, and you know what's crazy? That was on the day of Mother's Day, the worship of the Mother Goddess of
Yeah,
shit. That
yeah,
ain't that a bitch?
yeah.
That's
So
niggas.
this is what's going on. And you dumbass things in Israel, you just glaze right all over that. We gonna buy prostitutes.
Okay, right,
They
right
be
there,
going off as hell, bro.
right there. Okay, real quick. Let's because the sister, what's her name, Mary Grace brought this scripture around. Let's go here. So let's go to Ecclesiastes 23, and let's start at verse 16. Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed. Right. So a man with pride, a man with a stern mentality of not being told anything. Right. A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he have kindled a fire. Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, the fire the most how to destroy your dumb ass.
Man, yeah, and a fornicator, someone who is into perverse sexual degenerate things, adultery being the first aspect to it. He shall never quench his lust until he kindled that fire, man. So we already know what that is. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
That's a smoking gun right there, bro.
All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he dies. So, in other words, man, any old woman that he see walking down the street, he want to smash.
What's that song that came out a few years ago? I ain't got no time. That's just the only thing that I like. That's y'all niggas, man.
But but you know what's so crazy? Niggas in Israel, even with the Kenthnals, and these niggas will, bro, these niggas some wicked motherfuckers, bro. There'd be some this 50, 60-something-year-old white woman. She might have been in her 70s. I don't know. This nigga tried to tell me. I'm just using that as an example, but it just shows you the level of sickness. Oh, go deal with that woman, man. Look at what she's drinking. She got money and everything. And
Hey,
Straight smut ass nigga, bro.
they ain't got no.
hey, this nigga, I know. Think of this though. This bitch ass nigga try to set me up with this woman. He told her that my name is Big Daddy Brian. Oh.
Oh man. Let me find out. You know what? I'm not surprised, bro. These niggas is nasty in these streets, bro. It ain't no different than when a nigga said at camp, hey yo, I'll sleep with a fat white bitch for a PS5. I don't give a fuck. At camp. At camp, bro. In the place where we supposed to be edifying the believers, nigga, you gonna go and say that? And he was very specific too. He said a fat white bitch. That's what he said. White bitch with a fat ass. He said a fat white bitch. Like, man, damn, nigga, that's strong, nigga. That's mad strong. I don't know what to say about that, bro.
And that's how you know sex is a sacred thing. You're not supposed to be just having sex with any old female if you're a spiritual man. And then not only that, it's involving marriage. Now, you know what a lot of Israelites will tell people, right? That wedlock's not in the Bible. Now, I dealt with a Ramlab, Apostle Elder Ramlab from Great Millstone. He tried to say this because he knew I was coming for his head about this doctrine back in 2021. Because him and Gabar and I think the dude, what's his name, Poindexter, Manata Zakba from Connecticut, the fourth in command of GMS. All them guys try to mention me, try to hit me with little things, but I responded back with Ramlab trying to say that there's no such thing as wedlock in the scriptures, right? Well, okay, and this all coincides. This verse 18. A man that breaketh wedlock. In other words, a man that deals with what? He has a woman and he creates a wedlock. In other words, he breaks away from a woman, right? Saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins. That is the spirit that these guys have. Wedlock is having that joining together marriage with that woman. And if you break that for any other reason outside of fornication, right, then you're creating a wedlock. In other words, you're committing that woman to be a whore, and you're being a whoremonger. And you're saying, who can see me, who seeth me, who knows me, and the Most High will not remember my sin. That I'm gonna tell you something. That's majority of fucking Israel right now. What I'm reading right now, you could Jeffrey Iverson ass nigga. That's the main guy. Okay.
Come on.
The Baphomets.
Hey.
Well, what the law says, man, that if you got a wife and you want another one, you got to keep the same arrangement y'all had before. You can't just either diminish, or you can't just outright throw her away. You know, if you had an arrangement, just because you want another woman, you had to keep that same arrangement that you originally had. You know, whatever that was. You can't just switch up because you got a new batter chick and you like her more. You know, and that that's how Jake is, man. You get a new chick and you just want to throw the old one away. You know,
He want to be the Ludacris song. He got hoes in every area code.
Yeah.
Repeat that again. I cry.
He said he want to be like Ludacris song, like the Ludacris song. He got hoes in every area code ass nigga.
These niggas in these camps, they got multiple women. You know, these niggas ain't even working. They ain't even provide for these women. They be bouncing from their house to house, sleeping in their bed, eating up all their baby's food, ain't providing shit.
He said drinking up the juice boxes.
Hey, you know how Jake.
All the baby cereal.
You know how Jake is, dude. They just get a chick and they kind of live off her, and they'll go to her house and do whatever they want. They're probably smoking blunts in her house and eating all her food. And then they go to camp and act like
they gonna smoke a blunt and then go live and teach a Shabbat class. These niggas is wicked, bro.
Hey, hell no.
Talking about he got hoes in every area code.
Hey,
ass niggas.
Who was smoking the blunt? Who was smoking the blunt?
Come on.
Yeah, they funny as hell, bro.
Let's see. Revile not the guys. Proverbs 6:26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. And that is so true. You know, but these niggas are telling you to try to sleep with these type of women, bro. Think of that.
That's what they push us subconsciously too, man. A lot of people don't see that shit.
Yeah, and a lot of these dudes,
slap yourself.
A lot of these dudes, when they get with these Jezebels, you see them turn weak, man. Like I really don't know. I don't know any, because a lot of people I know, they're in the world anyway, so they don't even follow the Bible, and I don't know any masculine men that have a woman like in my area. They all get bitched out, they all get controlled. I see their chick online posting their boobs and their butts, and they just got this like simp, like beta male face on them.
No respect, bro.
Yeah, bro. And I'm telling you, their chick got like thousands of followers, and they're just posting their butts online and for other men to see. It's like, dude, you look like a punk, man. Like you can't even speak up for yourself or something, man.
Hey, Israelite, let me say something, right? Because I've seen this in just in my daily goings, right? Just in general, right? And that's why it's so funny, because chicks be having, females be having straight up dudes right there, like either right there, or they will be, or or they'll get to you when you're not there, when their dude's not there, and try to hit on you as if they want to fuck right then and there. And I'm like, and I'd be looking at these females like, bro, I don't care how good you look. I don't care how good you look. There's no way I could ever have a wife like you. Like, this is the reason why you got to go through that process of filtering out what this person's about, because a lot of these females have. There's what's the brother's name? Chronicles of Jude. I remember him saying this a long time ago. They have that whore altar.
Yeah, man, they're demons trying to latch onto you, bro.
And you could tell
damn near every almost all these females in America have that whore altar where it'll just click. It's like that spider, it's like that transformation, like you see, I don't know, fucking Spider-Man or Superman. They'll transform and they'll fucking be a whore out of nowhere trying to hit on a nigga.
Hey, you could tell off the social media, bro, when you see a chick and her entire page is her body and even how they dress, man. If you see a female, her stomach showing and she got like this, she basically in a damn underwear outside. I mean, come on, bro. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out why they're wearing that. you know what I'm saying? Like they're very lustful, bro. Like these type of females, they're super lustful.
That's what I was telling you, man. That's the stronghold.
And I get it, bro. Like I understand like, because they can really get smashed by any dude they want whenever they want, and they could do whatever they want because these simps, man, these beta male simps have put them on this pedestal, man, and they gas them up. So, and they know they can keep the beta male boyfriend because these worldly dudes, they don't follow the Bible, bro. So they don't see these signs the way I see it or the way you brothers see it, to where we could tell, bro. I could look at her social media and I could tell, like, this is a lustful woman. She ain't got no respect. She don't want to be under a man. I do whatever I want. That type of the rebellious spirit. That they're dressed, and it's shameful how they dress, man. I'd be ashamed, really, to that be my wife, and I'm out, and everybody's just staring at my wife's ass. That's adultery. Christ said, man, if you even look at another man's wife like that, it's adultery. So how much is it not the same when your woman's dressing for other men to look at her? You know what I'm saying?
And what kind of man do you have to be to allow that shit to happen, bro?
Well, that's what the world's promoting. Hey, that's what the world's promoting, bro. And if you say something about it, oh, you're insecure or whatever, right? And that shit don't bother me, bro, because hey, I live by the word. So if you come at me, I don't give two shits. I say, hey,
men they ought to let their women do that. They're homosexuals. Follow me here. Look at all these goddamn rappers, these goddamn entertainers, and their wives. Look how to fucking dress. All right.
No way, bro.
They got no discipline, man.
We at the Grammys, your titties out, literally seeing nipples and areolas every damn where.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You in a see-through dress with a G-string and high heel pumps, and I'm not gonna say nothing.
Hey, and that's the common thing, bro. I don't know if y'all have been seeing that too, where now the thing is they wear these see-through dresses with under. You can see their underwear, like, and I be saying to myself, how much longer till they just start going outside naked? Like,
man, hey, I'm gonna tell you something, dog.
It's gonna happen. You're gonna see it.
I seen this rapper chick. She was at the BET Awards. She had on a bra like seashells, like she was the fucking Little Mermaid. And with a slit skirt with no underwear.
Yeah, and I'm seeing regular women do the same thing where they go through dresses.
And the reason why the man not saying that, because they got a boyfriend. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what they doing with the shows right now, man.
I gotta bring up the Jada Will Smith shit again, man. I'm so sick and tired of talking about that shit, bro.
Yeah, they're making all the shows now sex neutral and shit. You can be having bi shows and shit.
Yeah.
Tranny shows.
Yeah,
crazy.
These dudes, they got no discipline, man.
These dudes that be with these women that dress like that, They not with that woman for real. It's contractual.
Yeah, no, but there's dudes in regular life that are with these type of chicks, man. And they
Israelite, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. You want to see some ass, titty, and thighs, bro, and back and stomach, right? You come out here in Seattle in springtime because motherfuckers just hate the heat up here so much that if it's 65 degrees, these chicks out here, bro, they will be dressed
The
up.
West Coast women is different. I already know, bro.
Hey, it's like that.
Shout
I'm
out to my
telling you,
niggas
bro.
in Oakland.
I'm pretty sure it's like that in every city in America, bro. Because I'm out here in Texas, bro, and I see that shit all the time, bro. Like you can't if you go to the club, and that's why I don't go out to shit like that. Because sometimes it be transformers too, man. It be transmissions in them clubs, man. It's
Right, you've been in
brutal.
the trenches.
I was going around bar hopping in one little spot, right? And I was just trying out one, and I went up to one, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I came to this bar just to see if there's some chicks, and then one of the bartenders was a fucking pink hair faggot looking motherfucker. Man. No, there was two of them. I was like, "Oh shit, man!
Damn.
Let me get my fucking drink and get the fuck out of here." You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but you know, you have that along with these females, so it's just like you got to be. Yeah,
the females are worse too, man. The crazy ones, oh man,
nigga. Let me read this because I seen this. I'm about to block this bitch right here. I'm gonna read this comment though. You went v logs, ha ha. You went, ha ha. I think this sound like a cob, but you know what?
he just mad. He got herpes, bro. He be having that lip breakout.
Hey, I seen, yeah, man. I seen this comment. I seen this guy comment before. So
Got that creepy as shit.
Yes, yeah, man. These niggas, but see, guys is mad. I don't understand though. But why the fuck would these niggas be watching this channel anyways, man? Just because you mentioned them one time.
It's all good. They can watch. Let them watch, bro.
I know they know
we right.
No, they can watch. My thing is why? Why watch? If you don't like me, you mad at me. Why the fuck you watch? Like
that's what demons do, bro. They monitor you. They're monitoring spirits.
These niggas is funny, man. Like you guys got 100,000 retarded motherfucking subscribers, like retarded motherfuckers that follow you. You can say that you worship,
and be aware you're making them retarded.
You can say I worship Satan, and them niggas are still gonna follow you, but you still worried about 9 viewers right now, and you got, man, you niggas sad, bro.
Them niggas is clowns, man. This is what it is, bro. They some clown ass niggas, bro. They some wannabe rapid ass, wannabe thug ass, clown ass niggas, man, with no life.
For real, man. Hey, go to the club and go pop some bottles and pour some on these females or something. Or do something.
For hours on to call himself a so-called priest of Levi or the tribe of Levi. And instead of that confess on sign of the nigga, I go to the club every night. What? Every night, nigga? What are you, alcoholic?
You smashing trannies.
Yeah,
nigga, get your fat ass in the gym every night. You probably won't have that pregnant looking stomach.
Tranny smashing ass nigga.
That's ill, nigga.
These guys think they're gangsters, man. Like they're some type of rapper gangster. Like they're confused,
I met real
man. They're playing
nigga.
like
I met real gangsters, nigga. I met some niggas that are, you know, members of the Hells Angels motorcycle club, cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? I done met niggas from Rough Riders. I done met niggas from the West Coast out here in Virginia, just to kick it on the East Coast, get away from the West Coast bullshit. I met real G's, bro. These niggas is not real G's, bro.
Hey, Alon, let me add to that, right? I have met at least 2 or 3 real GDs, not talking about, you know, niggas saying that I'm a G. I'm talking about niggas from Chicago that was in Seattle. right? And they kind
Right.
of knew I was an Israelite because I had they was like, oh yeah, you
Yeah.
Israelite, right? And then when I started to talk to them, I'm like, oh you're a GD, okay. All them niggas is cool, and a lot of them niggas is like they were former OGs of the GD
Yeah.
gangster disciples.
A lot of the GDs know. They know what time they say. They'll tell you straight up. There's only 3 niggas that's allowed to wear the star: Jews or Israelites, GDs or Illuminati.
Yeah,
So when you see a nigga out there rocking the shield, and you know what I'm saying, you ask them, oh man, you folk, or you an Israelite or some shit, and you like, nah, they gonna assume your ass in the lodge.
right. Oh yeah, of course, because in the 12 pillars they have the
Yeah,
so-called Shield of David, or what they'll call
yeah,
it,
man.
David. But
That's why Rick Ross almost got fucked up and his life ended by that shit. Cause he had a whole album cover with the shield on it, talking about some black bar mitzvah. Niggas like, what?
oh yeah, no, they checked his ass for that. I remember that.
Yeah. And then he
But
did a song with Jay-Z called Freemason. And he had a
Yeah.
bunch of Mason niggas come out. I'm like, oh man, this
And
is
it's crazy because they'll tell you right in the shit, and it'll just pass your head, bro.
yeah,
And it came out in a police interview where there was like this dude that crashed out. There was a porn star guy who Diddy had hired to do one of his freak offs. It was recorded, the police interview, and he was saying how Rick Ross and DJ Khaled, they're all in on it and they're all gay. And he was
I ain't
telling the cops
surprised.
all
Yeah,
that.
they're all butt pirates, bro.
oh them dudes
Yeah.
was homosexual, like to
Man,
the
Rick Ross
height.
was smooching on Puff on stage back in what 2008. Like,
That's why you was bringing it out, Rayabya. That stronghold, man. That
come on,
demonic
man.
hold they got, bro.
Yeah,
That sex demon, man. That shit's strong, bro. But like
Why
I
you
yeah.
think
said,
Lil
you could
Wayne?
pray. You got to pray that shit off.
Why you
Yeah.
think Lil Wayne tried to break away from Birdman? He got tired of being molested. Now look at Lil Wayne. That nigga look like he about to die
Hey,
any day now.
Yeah. And
he looked like a goddamn. He looked like Walking Dead, literally, bro. Like
He look
I
like
remember.
E.T. on cocaine. That's what he look like, bro.
Oh
yeah,
my god! And
and if you
he
notice,
even said
The
but
nigga
his
dreads falling out. Like, yo, he's
his
yeah,
doing bad.
and
look how
they all
look
got
how
these guys
nasty he
when
is.
they were young. Like they were all
Yeah,
like 14. Like they
it,
what do
Yeah.
you you're like, these guys were
no,
like
remember
He
30
met Wayne.
30 years old
Birdman met
hanging out
Wayne
with
when
a
he was
little
6.
14-year-old kid.
and you know what? Remember what Lil Wayne was talking about, how he liked that shit. Like hey man,
Yeah.
Yeah,
when I
there's mad clips of him talking about that shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like
They
I
were there.
like like
Birdman was his pimp. He was pimping them out, making money off them.
You can
He didn't make it
you can tell he been
robbing them.
hypersexualized as a kid. Because he
That's
did
why I
an
was saying. Well,
interview.
that's what they do, bro. They pass you around. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of gay
You can tell
motherfuckers be passing little boys around.
Yeah,
you something
yeah, and
hypersexualized as a kid.
Diddy did the same thing with Usher when he was 14, and the Justin Bieber, the Edomite kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
oh
get
yeah,
them when they're
Yeah,
like
you can tell
14,
Wayne was
13.
hypersexualized as a kid because he did an interview. He was talking to a woman in an interview. The woman asked Wayne what was his favorite meal. He said pussy.
yeah. I remember that.
That's how you know that ritual come from the Jewish.
Yeah, man.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Well, from what I remember reading, Michael Jackson in the Jackson 5, they were being molested backstage by those
Quincy
Jewish
Jones,
They all are,
well,
bro. All the
it's in the
kids.
by
Talmud.
those Jewish executives before
Yeah.
they went out to perform and shit.
Yeah,
It's in their Talmud, man. It's in their law, their book of the law,
Talmud,
their
bro.
special
Yeah.
book of the law. It says that they could do all that. That it's
yeah.
not a sin.
Which you know what? I mean, it was wicked Israelites that created that Talmud, by the way, but they've taken that on and they've gave it a even bigger meaning because they're the wicked, they're the devil.
The Seraphim Jews, the Seraphim converts, created that Kabbalah madness in Babylon. During the time of the reign of King Josiah. I gotta look it up. I think it's Second Kings chapter
Trying to think.
17. I'll look it up later.
Yeah, because it's called the Babylonian Talmud. So it
Yeah,
was when they were going off, when they were doing the most
yeah,
wicked things imaginable, and they took it on and it's above. They put it above the Torah. They don't even keep Torah. So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They keep the Talmud. The Talmud comes first, and
That's
when
how
you
you
read.
had heathens sneak. That's how you
And
That,
they
had
that
say
heathens.
that's their own
YAHAWASH is
understanding.
burning in excrement in hell and all that. They put
Yeah,
all that in there too.
that's how you had a bunch of heathens that came in. See, people think that our heritage that people that the Gentiles look at our heritage during the Khazars. No, it was during the Babylonian Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
We was in Babylonian captivity when they snuck into our heritage,
That's what the
man.
Greek is.
So when you get by during the time of Christ, you already had heathens in the temple as Pharisees. This is facts.
Yeah, and the Herodians were
Yeah,
Idumeans. They were Edomites.
Yeah,
They were
that's their
Edomite
original title.
converts.
That's their original title,
yeah.
but then they changed it over time.
Yeah.
So these so-called Sephardic Jews and Ashkenazi Jews, they've been around a long time, longer than the Khazars. Ain't no sound, bro. Ain't no sound. Let me go on mute.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm about to play it just real quick, just to show y'all. Or
But yo, there's nobility behind them too, though. I heard there's like a black boule, like the real ones. I think
Yeah.
they're Hamites,
Yeah.
and they're the ones who want everything behind everything, and all
Yeah, that's
actuality.
the Amorites. That's the serpent seed. They
That's
mix
right.
their
Yeah.
seeds with
yeah,
apples.
that's well. When you deal with the Canaanites, you know, a lot of their teachings and a lot of their you know, a lot of the things that they've done
But that's
along
what
with
it is. It's the
along with the
teaching. That's what they hold
yeah,
on to.
yeah, a lot of those things, a lot of those rituals, you know, with the Canaanites and with the Babylonians, you know, that's what these people follow. You know what I'm saying? Because they had the strongest levels of spirituality on the left hand side, more so than any of the other nations. That's why they mimic those things. I'm about to go ahead and take out the echo cancellation just real so we can listen to this shit right here. Now, I wasn't gonna play it on Justin Bieber's site because I'm not sure if they'll copyright it, but I can play it on this because this is
You got to
you
get
gotta
that
get that
warning
warning
video
video
that Alon has.
has. Oh
The
yeah,
fair use one.
one. Where's it? Oh yeah, where can I do that? Fair use on YouTube.
I think you got to download it and then play it in your stream.
I think I can be okay with this because I don't think nobody owns this shit right here because I think this is just a regular dude. But if I was to do it on Justin Bieber shit, you know. But let me play this though.
Some wrong things to poor young Justin. Well, let's go to the very beginning. It all began 14 years ago when Diddy took the then 15-year-old Justin Bieber under his wing for 48 hours.
Yeah, you're gonna get the copyright, I think.
Mike.
Yeah. You got to. They banged up my social media. Remember? They hit me with all types of fucking
Okay,
audio.
real quick. Wait, hold up, real quick. Let me go on. Let me go on mute real quick.
Yeah, the same way that you see Puff grooming Justin Bieber was the same way he groomed Usher. It was the same way he groomed B2K. All right, it was the same way he groomed a lot of these young artists. You know what I'm saying? Orlando Brown.
I think what you could probably do is if you already seen the video, if you could narrate it and then just go through the
Yeah, I seen
pictures.
this already. I already know what he about to play.
You know, just don't turn the sound on. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen this video already.
Oh yeah. I'm just playing it just to show it. But you know,
But yeah, Diddy's pretty much grooming them right here.
I got my echo cancellation, so whenever I'm speaking, you know, it'll if somebody else speaks, it'll
Salakia.
Yeah. Just so so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play. I think you can get away with 9 seconds or something like that. So I'm just gonna play it a little bit and then pause and then play a little bit in pause, but I won't play the whole thing because I don't. But I also don't think I think I'm okay because this is on a regular website though on YouTube. Next Secret, now only 9, but I'm just gonna play that one part.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Now that. 16.
Slow down. Slow down, Judge.
Okay.
Now, and of course, as we can see, once again, like Alon was saying earlier, this is grooming tactics, man. It's not like this dude, and you gotta think with Justin Bieber's parents, right? Why the hell would they have this young kid? According to him, he's 14 or 15 years old, riding with P. Diddy, and P. Diddy's a grown ass man that you don't even know.
He said he got him for the week.
Ain't that wait? Got him for the week though. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, he got him for the whole week. Damn, poor little Justin.
Yeah, they gave Diddy custody. He had full
yeah, that's
custody.
what he said too. That's what he said too in this shit. He said, yeah, they gave me custody for the whole week. So he said they signed the paper. So the parents probably on this shit because they're satanic too.
Yeah, they sold out for the money.
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
They knew the bag. They knew the bag, so they just kind of turned a blind eye. That's the Moloch sacrifice. But
yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell people, man. That sex stronghold, man. What it is they sacrifice. They gotta have a blood sacrifice, and that's how they conjure up these strongholds, man, with these demons, bro. And that's why I said, if you want to fight the strongholds, it talks about it in the scripture, man. You gotta pray. You gotta get prayer groups going, man, and build in the spirit, man, and pray against these principalities, man. Because that's all we can do, And if we truly have the essence of the Holy Spirit, we can take those strongholds down.
Yeah, Khan. I mean, this is just really satanic, man.
Slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
Yeah.
Justin was a teenager then and a rising superstar. Now, Diddy's history with young boys is not something to sweep under the carpet. Usher is a living testimony to that.
Sounds bro. It says the experience a little kid. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm thinking who else? I mean, because Usher and Justin Bieber, they're two primaries, and I'm pretty sure Usher had Bieber as well, but I'm trying to think who else did he have back in the 90s? Aaliyah?
Nah. R. Kelly had Aaliyah.
Yeah.
R. Kelly married.
They're saying that dude Barry Gordy, man, he's like a big homolophagus too. They say they try to get Tupac. He got a bunch of people too. He got Usher too. He got Usher too.
Barry Gordy had Barry Gordy had Prince.
Those are like the gatekeepers for the music industry, and pretty much the whole industry. They're part of the industry, like the bigger picture.
Quincy Jones, Clive Owens, all of them, man.
Yeah, they got Tupac when he took that bathroom picture where they had the gold. He was naked in the bathroom.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing that shit.
That's and a lot of niggas deny that shit. That's how they stuck in idolatry. Man, Tupac.
You know what? Hey, I might do a video on Tupac down the line because that was one wicked ass nigga. And I remember when I first came into knowledge, and guys telling me about what that dude was into, and then come to find out that this motherfucker was just playing a character and playing a role. This motherfucker was nothing but he was an actor. That's why he acted so damn well. He wasn't about that street shit. He wasn't even about that street shit for real. But
his daughter said he faked his death because he was a pedophile, and he's about to get caught up.
Well. Let's just deal with this thing. Tupac died or
I got
supposedly died,
receipts.
and he probably went to that island. You know what I'm saying? That the motherfuckers go to, man.
Yep,
Like
he
this
did.
dude. Yeah. I mean, and Pac, you know, that dude was fagged out coming into the industry. You know what I'm saying? That dude was a ballerina and shit, man. You know, and you know his whole. From what I heard that his fucking his mother, Afeni Shakur, was a damn carpet muncher. You know, so all and really all them people.
left. She was far left. She was a communist. So of course she would probably get down with that.
Well, just like the other Shakur, right? That went all the way to Cuba. All of them Shakurs were all, huh? Yeah, Asada Shakur. Yeah, I heard things about her as well. All those people were connected with the government, CIA projects and shit.
Because Cuba's controlled by Freemasonry. Cuba's controlled by Freemasonry, man. Like I live there, bro. So I see they got the
control. They're everywhere, bro. They're in all sets of life, bro.
Yeah,
the only real G out of that family was Mutulu Shakur. He was supposed to have got out of prison in 2015. They denied his parole. He ended up dying in prison.
Oh, gee, I wonder how.
Yeah.
How is he surviving in Cuba, man? They're keeping her alive.
And the reason why he died in prison was because he was instructing Tupac to get up out of there. He was trying to get that nigga. He was trying to get that nigga to get up out of there. He like, yo, your mother done fucked your head up. Get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And the lease wasn't having that.
Yeah, bro, I'll tell you, being from Cuba, bro, it's not that easy to get in there and just move over there, bro. Especially if you don't have family from there, you're not even from there. You got to be real connect. You got to be a Mason, bro. If you want to go out there and have no problems, because they'll come find you, bro. Like they got KGB, Gestapo style secret police. You know what I'm saying? Like I lived out there, bro. So I already know. Like, and you can't even get a job out there, bro, because there's no money. The economy's screwed, dude. So like, how is this person just surviving like 30 years in Cuba?
No, he's amazing.
No problems.
Well, let me say this too. That's the reason why a lot of Cubans, when they come over to America, you know, and we know that the political party is nothing but a rigged WWE scripted show anyways, but a lot of them vote Republican for that same exact reason. They don't like communism. You understand? Because of the dictates that was going on. Now, another guy, since we're talking about Cuba, who was a Zionist crypto Jew, was one. What's his name? Fidel Castro.
Yeah, and he was Jesuit educated his whole life.
Yes, he
was. The whole revolution was, the revolution was fake, right? Like there were he had like 10. There was like 30 of them, and it was America that actually stopped sending the Batista regime the guns and everything. The whole thing was staged by America. And then when he so-called won, he was installed, man. He was Jesuit educated. He was a lawyer. He was a Jesuit lawyer. He was not a soldier. He had no idea, but he grew his beard out and he looked tough, and he put he always walked around with the military garb on, and he smoked a cigar. The guy was an actor, man. It was all a scam. It was a hilarious scam. And it was a scam. They stopped. That's their
history. The scam. How to pull up the scam.
But you know what? But you know what's so cool? Since we're talking about the Jesuits, when you go back to 1502 when they established Ignatius of Loyola, and who was the founder?
It goes back to the Rothschilds.
Ignatius Loyola. He was the founder of the Jesuit order.
Okay, he was. I was thinking
of the order.
I was thinking. I'm sure I was thinking of someone else, but yeah, okay. Ignatius Loyola.
Probably saying the
You know,
Jacques de Molay of the Templars. You probably think about him.
Yeah,
right,
it
right,
was
because it goes all the way back to
Yeah.
that
it was
time. Night.
Loyola and Francis Xavier. Like they were
Okay,
like the
Francis
two.
Xavier.
Yeah, those were like the two main guys. But the main guy was Loyola, and then the other guy
Right,
was that Francis Xavier guy.
and
But
that's
yeah,
when.
it all goes back to the Templars, and then we know Adam Weishaupt. You know, he was a Jesuit professor of canon law
Yeah.
in
The
Yeah,
Bavaria.
Illuminati, Freemasons, they
Yeah,
grandfather are the Jesuits. It all goes back to them.
yeah,
Jesuit
right.
order.
because we know that the Vatican plays a very powerful scriptural role because they're the ones that corrupted the whole faith.
Yeah.
These are the
They're
guys
the
that put
false
all the
prophets.
pagan
Yeah.
nonsense into the Bible. You know,
Yes,
Nah, they're the false
yes,
prophet. Exactly.
right. Yeah, the false prophet in the Book of Revelation. That's the Roman Catholic Church and
Yeah,
the
they're that
Jesuit.
lamb that spoke as a dragon.
Right, and that in the Jesuit order, they're the ones that, like, once again, when you deal with the 13 bloodlines of the Bavarian Illuminati, when you deal with the Masons and whatnot, those are branches of that.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty much the American flag too. The red, white, and blue, and the stars. They're the angels that
yeah,
fell. The stars,
the
stripes,
red
all the bloodlines.
and the red, white, and blue represents the red, blue, and white lodges going back to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Which Egypt gets its pagan practices from Babylon, and that's the
Yep,
pagan practices that they discovered during the
yep, goes back to Tammuz.
the exploration of the Templars when they found all the Baphomet worship and all the other rituals that was there and the other stuff that we come familiar to know. So that's who's created. So the point is that I'm bringing them up, going back to that time. All the wars up from the 1500s all the way up to now have all been scripted, and they've all been funded by these people because they're the ones that control the base. Because the Templar Knights established the banking system we have now. When they got rid of the Templars, they took on all that aspect, and they're the ones funding all these wars. They're the ones funding both sides. All these wars, World War I, II, and this in the one that they're trying to script now, World War III. It's all scripted. They're trying to script their way into their own prophecies and whatnot.
You know what they did? They made all that money off all that war, and they built their system, their beast system, which is prophecy. See it play in front of your eyes, man. Right now.
the Roman Empire revived, man. It
Yep.
survived.
Not even that. Not even revived, bro. It extended. It never died, bro. It just became an extension.
No, it survived the deadly wound. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Well,
They stole the Catholic Church, the actual Catholic Church, and made it Roman Catholic.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
tell them right there.
well, let's do some history on that. So when we deal with the Edomite rule Roman Catholic Church, because prior to that it was Jake that established the order of the Roman Catholic Church during the time of the the Byzantine.
Yeah, and that's what Esau pretty much did. They took it over. The culture vultures.
Yeah, the Byzantine Empire, during that time, which was ruled by, the so-called black men, was ruled by, the Israelites at that time. All right. They took it over during the time of, the Renaissance era, which was the rebirth of the imperialistic Roman Empire during the time when Edom was ruling Rome, which now in the Vatican, you see what Edomites ruling that. Just like in the 1500s, they started to take over territory. You understand? And they fully took control of pretty much everything during the time of the 17 and 1800s. All right. Real quick. Let me just, because there's somebody that here. So Levi says, "Shalom, all praise to the Most High, Lord, bringing that judgment." Yes, he is. 7.5 earthquake in Japan. Yeah, that's heavy judgment right there. Yeah, Revile not the guy says, let's see, or put the link in the description. Okay.
I think you're talking about the video. Yeah.
Yo, it's Godzilla, bro. Godzilla's coming to Japan.
Well,
Right.
That judgment right there.
well, you know what's so funny? You know what's funny? So you know that thing on Alexia, right? When when you ask Alexa, is Godzilla real? Now you guys have been on the call with me when I did that, and it says yes, but he hasn't been seen in over 1,000 years, right?
Come.
Guess what? I can't do that. When I try to do that, it doesn't go to that no more.
Of course
Yeah, because
not.
once they post it online, the algorithm season tries to get rid of it.
No,
Yep.
of course not, because CIA monitors Alexia
Yep.
and the things that she says.
They monitoring hard now.
Hey, you know what's funny? Wait. What? Let me
Just
do
like,
it.
I was at a friend's house, and I asked Alexia, when will the Antichrist take rule? And Alexia said the Antichrist will take rule after the United States goes under perpetual martial law. That's what Alexa said.
And that's coming next with these riots.
Yeah,
So
and
get
we
ready.
saw how easy they can do that. You know, they basically put the whole world under martial law. You know, we seen how easy they can
Listen,
do.
and they're not coming in by the thousands at the border. They're coming in by the millions, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. And the
and
Catholic
you
Church,
gotta
the Catholic
and
Church
the
is the
reason.
one responsible, man. They're the ones giving them a free cell phone. I'm telling you, bro, because a lot
But
of my people.
Biden's just there to leave the doors open, pretty much
Yeah,
for
Well,
infiltration.
the reason.
But I mean, it's been infiltrated years ago, though.
but hey,
Well,
He's
but
just,
the
he's just
reason
letting the
why.
floodgates come in.
but
And the
listen to
reason
this.
why that is, and the reason why they're doing that to America is because America owes a lot of debt, so they got to pay. They got to pay it back somehow because they're not going to be able to pay that trillions of dollars of debt.
Yeah, you can see that now, man. All the benefits, like as far as pay, it all went down. And I mean, I guess around all 50 states, it's supposed to be at least like what, $15 minimum wage.
For everybody thinking that these redneck Bible thumping crackers think that they just gonna rise up on some Confederacy rebel type stuff against these
They coming to
immigrants.
take everything, bro. They coming to take your job, everything.
What they don't understand is that, and I watched this on RT News. I'm gonna find the clip. It's already been said through the Secretary of Defense that they're planning on having UN troops on American soil by the spring. So it's gonna be a hot summer.
Yeah, because
Stay
listen,
tuned.
all these people that are coming in, they're being brought in. The Catholic Church is the one giving them free money, and they're
Yeah.
giving them cell phones. But guess what? When they get here, but listen, when they get here, the Catholic Church is going to keep maintaining them. And I'm telling you this because you know my people are coming in, and they go to the church like once a month, and they go get free money and free phones and everything, and they don't even go to mass. You know.
They're treating them better than regular citizens, pretty much, in the States.
The Jesuits are staging this whole thing, man. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is when these guys get here and they're stuck working at McDonald's and they're living in a dump apartment in the hood, and you know they're watching people getting shot every day and getting robbed, you know, they're gonna be like they're gonna take whatever job they can get, man. So when they come up to them to be these UN troops, they're gonna sign up, dude, immediately.
Bro, they already gave them rights for them to get guns. They can become cops in
You're
some
talking about
states
the
now.
immigrants, right? The
Yeah,
people
the
that.
immigrants.
Yep.
Like
And
right away, bro.
it's
Like
not
what?
just Mexicans. They're people from all over the world, like from these
Yep.
But
Arab
listen, but that's
countries,
how
like
you know. That's how you know they're not
Muslim.
just regular people, though. They're like either government associated or somehow associated with their states over there. So
Yeah,
they're
And
some type of government worker.
you know what's so sick about it
That
though?
or military.
and they
What's so
wanna
sick
send
about it?
Hamas. They want to send Hamas
Hey,
over here too. The small hats. They said that they're
hey,
gonna send them. They're gonna send them here into Europe.
Bro,
you know what's so
Zelensky's already here.
well?
Zelensky's a citizen of
You
Florida
know what's
now.
so funny? You know what's so funny? Real quick is that because they're doing this divide and conquer tactic, right? That Biden is trying to sue Texas for trying to shut down the border. Which is causing a floodgate of different people coming up, which is not only taking jobs, but it's also, you're having more people in states that wouldn't normally have that many amount of people. So now they're attacking Texas for trying to shut down the border. So it's it's a whole.
Bro, Long
a whole-
Island got shut
you
down,
know,
bro. You guys didn't hear? I just posted the video today.
Yeah, I heard it got shut down. Levi
Rhode Island.
living.
Yep,
Levi
they're stuck there for 6 months on that island, bro. They can't come across the bridge. They shut the bridge down for 6 months, and they
Wait,
didn't even
wait,
tell them,
Rhode
bro.
Oh
Island?
shit!
Yeah,
I
they're
didn't hear
stuck.
about this.
Yeah, bro. I just posted that shit on my shit. It's just crazy. I was like, damn.
And who lives in Long Island? The K's are Jews.
Hey, it's about to become Gotham City in there, bro. You remember that? You remember that
Are you talking?
the
Hell
last
yeah.
Batman movie where they shut down Gotham City and it was Bane? Like that's
No.
how.
The one they filmed in Chicago, for Gotham City, where they close up the gate, close up the bridges. Where
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. That one. With
The
Bane.
Dark Knight. Was it the Dark?
Dark Knight
the Dark
Rises with the dude
No,
with
the
the
Dark
mask.
Knight. The
Dude with
second
the mask, and he said you couldn't leave the city or he would blow it up. And
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's how shit's gonna get there, bro.
No. So shit's about to go down.
Yeah,
Well, you know what's so cold. That movie told a great story of what would happen when you let the inmates out of the asylum and shit, because they was the one establishing the law.
Bro, they coming across the border right now. The Venezuelans, they let all the fucking max security Venezuelans out of the jails, bro. They're the ones who coming in the caravans too.
Yeah, and it's already happened before in history when they in Cuba, the Cuban boat lift where Fidel emptied the prisons and he took the worst of the worst. He took the worst of the worst, like the hardest.
They're all coming here, bro. They're here now. If they're not here now.
Yeah. So this is already happening. That's
they're just waiting for that fucking signal, and it's fucking mayhem, bro.
Yeah, that's why there was the coke wars in Miami where they were just shooting each other with machine guns in the street. You know, this is why Christ said, man.
That's why they're telling everybody to get out the cities, man. Do it now, man. You'll forever be lost, my dude.
Sell your cloak if you have to, and
bro, they're gonna take everything. It's gonna be like that movie Will Smith. What was that movie called? The one with the virus with the
I Am Legend.
Bro, he's making part 2, bro. He's coming out part 2. That's gonna be sick.
There's a Washington doing Book of Eli too as well. It's gonna be a prequel to the original movie.
Oh really?
Hey, Book of Eli was fire, man. That was a
the first one was fire, bro. Hell yeah.
The first one told
movie, man.
That told the story of how a man of the Lord is gonna be like in these last days, bro.
Yeah, I felt that too, man. It was real spiritual. I thought it was a good. Hey, and he was disciplined too, man, because he could have smashed that chick. He had never seen chicks for like 30 years, and he could have smashed her, and then he
that's crazy because that dude he went through some rituals too. The actor.
Yeah. He's in on
it. Barry Gordy got his ass too, bro.
Oh, he's Jesuit. He's Jesuit educated as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he was at Epstein's Island too.
A lot of people think that Denzel ain't down with that because he clean cut. You don't hear him in no scandals. I'm like, well, he keeping his handlers happy.
Yeah, well, that's like
and you know what he said. I remember when they asked him, "Oh, what were you talking about with some people?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we were talking about owls." What do you think owls is talking about? I was talking about the fucking
talking about some predators. That's what we're talking about.
Talking about the Skull and Bone. Oh, Bohemian Grove. Yeah,
man.
Yeah, like
I wanted to bring up because the brother was talking. We were talking about the controlled opposition and the idol worshippers, man. The new guys on the block, man. We got
that's Andrew all it Tate, is idol worship, brother.
The Andrew Tate and Tucker Carlson and Alex Jones,
Kwame Brown.
Yeah, and
just one more to add, but he's dead now. What's that faggot's name? The one that was getting on the females. The black women, Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, Kevin Samuel. He was a fraternity member, so he was big into Freemasonry and all that.
Yeah.
But Alex Jones, man, I don't know if you guys saw. There was a clip I saw it on Twitter where he had this transmission guy called Blair White, where he got all the surgeries, and Alex Jones is like, "You are so beautiful. You are a woman." And he was like saying that his biology is telling him that this dude's a woman, bro.
Yeah, he's a fucking butt pirate too, bro.
Look it up. Alex Jones, Blair White, and he was like,
Yeah,
he's
I seen a clip on him
cosmology.
too, saying that he's CIA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's in
yeah.
on
He
it
had a whole.
big time. He's sold out big time, and he's gotten worse, bro. Like over the years, he's basically like Fox News now. Like he might as well just be mainstream news because it's all bullshit.
He's worse than Fox News, honestly, because at least they try to act like they have some sense. This fool, man, he's already far gone, and his credibility and
Yo,
and,
he
and
be
it's
ratting
hard.
on them motherfuckers though.
It's funny because what he's done is he's created that paradigm where people that believe in the truther aspect and conspiracy, so what they claim conspiracy theory, right? All those guys are somehow they're nutcases and whatnot. That's what
They're doing their part too. They're just saying what they're gonna do.
Hey, and I want to bring this up too. If you notice, he's been playing the perfect role the whole time because guess what? He was the first guy to get banned on the internet, all by
Yep.
design. He made sure to say something super ridiculous and act like a moron so that everybody was cool with internet censorship. And now
right.
and now it's been like what 7 or 8 or 10 years since that happened, and look how hardcore the censorship is now, bro. To where like every comment you write now on Twitter or Instagram or whatever,
or
it goes to an
YouTube.
AI algorithm that sees
It's
if you're
retarded.
allowed to speak that.
Hey,
So look how
Israelite.
hardcore it got. Look how hardcore
Israelite.
the censorship got. Hey, and hold up, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you you say what you got to say, but I wanted to add the second role he played. He was the first guy to get sued for free speech. Now we know he didn't actually pay anything, and it was all a charade.
Right, he ain't paying nothing for the
But
Sandy Hook victims.
yeah, but look at the precedent that sets. The same way he set the precedent of being able to be censored, now he's the guy who sets the precedent to where you could get sued for $1 billion for questioning an event. You know what I'm saying? So this guy, this piece of crap, he's been playing this role, man, and he knows what he's doing, and he's in on the whole thing, and he suffers no consequences for it because he's a millionaire, man. The guy's rich off all these morons buying his supplements and supporting this guy, and he was pushing the Q nonsense. Trump, Nick Fuentes. They got all these guys to go to the Capitol on January 6th. Knowing that CNN was there with the cameras, and they set the whole thing up so these moron Edomites would climb up the Capitol. Oh my gosh, the insurrection! And so anybody who spits truth or says anything that's somewhat conspiratorial, now we get associated with these January 6 morons and Trump and all these idiots, and they started calling these guys, domestic tea. They're calling these guys, and then they want to associate everybody with that so they could come down harder on the actual smart people. So these scumbags, man, and they all made millions from. They had to stop the steal campaign to where they made millions of dollars, and Trump cut off the GOP, the Republican Party. He gave them a cut from that whole thing. So these guys got rich, and they set up all their idiot fans, and they got them all locked in jail, and they got felonies, like they were Osama bin Laden or some shit, and it was really just these fat, moronic, idiot Edomite motherfuckers. They went up there and ruined their lives because they believed in Trump and they believed Alex Jones and they believed all that nonsense. Yeah,
I don't worship like a motherfucker.
So pay attention to what this brother is saying. Y'all niggas that like to be out there in the street running your mouth reckless and shit. Pay attention. See, there's a reason why you niggas get ran over by cars nowadays now.
And you know what? All praises. I'm gonna say this all praises because y'all niggas was being disrespectful, man.
And they got
days prior, these niggas was telling me that these IUIC followers telling me, oh, we don't care what the name is, but then the name of the Most High don't matter, but the name of Bishop Nathaniel. If we don't say Bishop Nathaniel, you guys get a hissy fit. Your tampons, nigga. So the Most High's name don't matter. You can call him Yo Play Yoga. That's what your leader said. But your leader's name is more important than the Most High.
Yeah.
Nigga. Hey, salute. I'm gonna say that. Salute to the Edomite woman that ran her car in front of into the 12 tribe sign. You know why? Because fuck them IUIC niggas, man.
Hey, yo, all you heard was who's the king? Wow, beep beep. That's all you heard, nigga.
Hey, and that was IUIC Seattle and IUIC Montana. You know what I'm saying? And it happened in Spokane, Washington. It's like, okay, so you know what's so crazy? Spokane, them some down south type of white folks over there.
They Mountaineer hillbillies.
Yes. So, you know, they ain't the punks over here in Seattle, you know, that think that the black man is their friend and shit. You know. Them motherfuckers over there in Spokane really about that fucking racist shit, man.
Man, my black ass, I was in the wild, have fun in Seattle Wild crackers.
Hey, honest, Alon, if you was in the world, nigga, you know, you probably have a white girl every damn day, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Them white chicks, them white.
Spent 10,000 like a dumbass.
Hey, I'm telling you, all the females up here love niggas, man. Shit, white, Asian, black, Filipino, Hispanic, you know, shit. They like to get with niggas with money. But you know what's so sick about niggas up here though? Niggas up here, and you know, I was speaking to a New York cat, man, that he cuts my hair and whatnot. He was telling me, man, you know, over here, you know, motherfuckers don't have no respect for motherfuckers females. You know what I'm saying? Like if a motherfucker has a female and he see a dude and he walk away, he'll go speak to that man's woman. And he's like, bro, chill out, bro. That's another man's woman. But he said over there in New York, there's a little bit more honor and respect for another man's woman. Over here though, these bitch niggas do not have no respect like that, dog.
I mean, shit, look at the niggas you came up with. I mean, that's a given.
That's why the Most High gonna come destroy this motherfucking shit.
Hey, Seattle's demonic, bro.
Man. They end up getting judged because these dudes, they crash out, man, when they find them with their chick in bed or they hear about it and they lose their mind, man. Because you know a lot of these guys are simps. So
yeah, you don't know what they're doing behind closed door, but the Most High does.
Yeah. And that happened to a rapper called Trouble. The rapper Trouble in Atlanta, man. He was sleeping with the dude's chick, and the guy came in and just started letting go, man. Killed him.
Hey, let me tell you a story.
I don't feel bad for people like that, nigga. I don't feel bad for the women or the man involved at all. Horny niggas die early. Remember that, fellas.
Yeah, well, the scripture says, man, that you won't even be able to bribe the guy. Like his anger will be so crazy. He won't stop until you're dead. You know that's what the scripture says, man. So I don't play around with that, man.
Hey, watch this. Let me tell you a story right now. When I was teaching out there with Akaz bitch ass back in 2016, 2015, 2016. There was a cat, I don't know what gang he was from or whatever. He was a street nigga, right? But he was a nigga, but he was from like his father was from I think Guatemala or something like that, or somewhere in Central America. But you know he was black though. But point being though, the dude was he was drunk as hell, right? He was high as hell, right? Inebriated, and I tried to. I was trying to speak to him, and this dude was kind of, he was kind of flexing. He was showing me his gunshot wound, his stab wound, and all this other stuff. But he was, he's inebriated, right? We were trying to speak with him. Now, just before we went down for the Passover, found out that this motherfucker got shot and killed because he was sleeping with another man's woman, this Samoan chick. And the dude broke into the house that the dude that he was the dude that he was having, whose wife he was having sex with, he broke into the house, shot him, and then the chick shot that dude.
Dang.
Goddamn.
Damn. Hey,
That's a
well,
fucked up situation, man.
hey, that's the scriptures. The scriptures say that's a big possibility, man. When you do something like that, and that's the problem when you don't live. You live by the flesh, man. Where you think you're untouchable and you're having fun and you're just getting drunk and smashing people's chicks,
Yeah, that's why.
and you're
That's
the
why.
man. You're the man. That's what rap. That's what rap music promotes, man.
And mind you, that shit only happens in Western civilization.
Yeah.
Your ass go to Africa or somewhere, or the so-called Middle East or China and try that shit, you dead man walking.
I know they don't play. They don't play that in Japan, man.
Shit.
No.
Yeah, because they got more morals. They got morals, man. We
You go
don't
over
have
there
that
and try
here.
to fuck. You go over there and try to fuck Habibi Ali's wife or one of his wives. So he gonna chop your damn head off.
He probably gonna chop your rod in your stones off. Hey, rightfully so, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, but to be fair too, man, some of these females, they be lying, man. Some of these females, that's why we gotta be real disciplined and circumspect, man. Cause
Listen, and it's gonna get worse. And what this brother's saying is true, man. You gotta be real circumspect, and you gotta build yourself up in the spirit, man. Because if you're not ready for it, man, you gonna perish. I'll just put it that way, man. You're gonna perish.
And that's why you have to pray for the Most High to keep you protected and safe. That's why what's the prayer I say? Like, yeah, how about Simeon Shai, Shalat, Kodash, Malaakim, Shamar, Al Awathia. In other words, keep your holy Most High through the name of your Son. Keep the holy angels around me, protecting me, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because in all aspects, because stuff like what you just said, these women will fucking lie in America, man. They just because they want you, even though they have a man, they'll lie and say that they don't have a man. Then eventually you'll find out, oh damn, she has a man, but that motherfucker's gonna be enraged thinking that you trying to steal his woman and getting emotional. And then motherfuckers can't fight, so they're gonna pull out a knife and most likely gonna pull out a gun. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be circumspect, like brother Ikran was saying, because and that's why, like, for me, that's the reason why, like, when I start speaking to a woman, I just speak to her just for enough, just so that I can listen. Okay, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a husband? And what's so sick is that these chicks will say, yes, I have a boyfriend or I have a husband, got a fat ass rock on their finger, and they still want to fuck and still want to talk to you. Even
that's how it is, though.
And
that's
you gotta be disciplined, man, because sometimes they be real bad, and you might want to, because we're man, bro. At the end of the day,
that's the test of through the fire right there, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna want to, but
you got the upper hand. You got the upper hand on that one.
Yeah, you right. Hey, I'ma just fast. It's like a fasting, that's like fasting from food. You got a nice big steak on your plate, and you're like, you know what? I ain't gonna eat it, because you know what can come with that, man. At the end of the day, you're disrespecting the Most High, because you're gonna be violating His laws and commandments. But and at the same time, there's curses that come with that. There's the possible judgment. And you know what can happen. We've seen it happen. We're old enough. We're at that age now where we've seen these things play out, and we've seen the worst possible situation. And then we've seen people have, where the Most High showed grace and they got away with it. But we know what the worst possible situation is. So it's not even worth it, man. No matter how much you might be burning, that's where discipline comes in, man. Where faith and hard work and discipline and
you can't have one without the other, man. Either.
Right. And don't get it twisted. I mean, it's like this, right? You can potentially find your mate if that's what you're looking for. If you're a man, you're trying to find a woman, or and for sisters that are out there, you sisters that are striving, wait upon the Most High. That's all I can say is just pray and wait upon the Most High. It'll happen naturally, spiritually, for the men as well. And I understand with a woman, it's hard. You might have kids. It's going to be a little difficult. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's difficult. I can't understand the experience because I don't have kids or anything, but wait upon the Most High. Men, wait upon the Most High. I understand burning your lust. That's why Paul said it's better to marry than to burn, because when you're burning, is them hormones is raging, so it's gonna.
That's that part. That's that part of that spiritual warfare right there, man. And
Right.
that's part of the biggest one, because that's what's taking principality over this pretty much this whole world. All points back to Baal. To the Baphomet. You see
Yep.
the statue. It's half man, half women. They want to make men women and women men. That goes along with all the other adultery that's going on. That's all intertwined. It's all the same thing.
Right. Let me tell y'all another story, man. Like, there's this one chick. I don't know where I think I might have seen her, met her, or something like that. She was Rican, right? She was Puerto Rican. She was okay. Nice looking, whatever. She told me to get up in her car, right? So I got up in her car. Had my hand on my knees, right? This chick, you see, if I was a wicked ass nigga, bro, we would have smashed right then and there. But me, she was like, "Oh, did I see you somewhere? Yeah, maybe you seen me somewhere." She was talking really sexual. She was like, and she was feeling on my private area, my beard, everywhere, right? Had my hands on my knees, just looking at her while she was doing this, right? Didn't even touch her or anything like that. I was like, okay, do you have a man? Because she was like, man, you can fuck me anywhere you want. That's what she said. All right. I was already not feeling that part, but I had to ask, do you have a man? She's like, yeah. Okay. Then why are you trying to mess with me? Oh, well, he doesn't need to know. You know what I did? I was like, up, that's it. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Man, I don't want none of those demons.
Got the fuck out of here, nigga. Yeah.
Anybody else would have took her offer, nigga.
Yeah, and this is a big problem worldwide, bro. Because like even in Cuba, man, this is one chick I follow, man. That's from my old town that I was staying at, and she's like flexing on it. Like she posted like a screenshot or whatever about how when men have a side chick that the female always finds out, but they make the man drink with the side dude and stuff. Like she was flexing this, like that's funny or that's hilarious or something. Like that is some wicked stuff, and you don't even know what you're playing with, man, because one of them dudes might just crash out.
That's what I was gonna say, bro. She clowning herself right there.
Yeah,
she gonna clown herself.
Cause that's a humiliation, man. Can you imagine that? You find out, bro, that your chick, you're in love and everything, and she had you drinking with the other dude that's smashing her, and she's posting this on her Instagram like it's a joke or like that's something funny. Like,
bro, I seen a story like that, man, and the dude fucking ended up killing her, bro, and smashing her head against the concrete sidewalk.
Man.
Because
brains all over the place.
They get so humiliated, man. You know what I'm saying? That, and everybody knows about it in the town and making jokes about them, to where that their anger just builds and builds and builds. But yeah, man, this is becoming a problem worldwide, man, because of Hollywood and the movies and the music industry. It's a poison. The doctrines.
It's a portal, bro. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
It brings demons into your household.
Worldwide,
gets onto
bro.
your family members, gets onto you, and then you got to pray, fast your ass off, and worship the Most High, man. That's what you should be doing anyway. But they take us away from that, man,
they don't
through all the media and all
the
shit they have out for us to keep us brainwashed and entertained.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Con, that's why it's major witchcraft being done through the screen TV, because it's influencing the world, right? to the point of what Israelite was saying, right? So watch this. This is Sirach 9:9. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline unto her, so through thy desire thou fall into destruction. In other words, you committing adultery with that woman, because that's all it leads to. You, both of y'all alone, y'all sitting together, you're in the arms together, yeah, you're drinking wine together. Then what's after that? Sex comes after that. Then comes after that adultery, and what comes after adultery? Destruction. That's why it says in Proverbs the 6th chapter that adultery destroyeth the soul.
Yep. And it's a physical as well too, not just spiritual, man. The flesh, man. You got to remember, we're in the flesh, and that's what we're warring against, and that's what we got to learn how to master. And once you do that, you in the clear.
Yeah, hey, and that's why a married woman, a woman with a man that she's already having sex with, they don't need to be having no male friends, because that's what that leads to. You can be hanging out, and then hey, not everybody's in the word like us, man. Not everybody cares what the Most High says. So these wicked dudes, they're just gonna smash. They're chilling, and that's the whole reason they want to hang out. Come on, bro. No masculine man just wants to hang out with chicks all day, like if it's not to smash. You know what I'm saying?
But they don't get either is the spiritual effect to it as well too, because every time you're busting a nut, you're wasting a part of yourself too, man. That's your life force, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to practice that semen retention as well too,
Yeah, that's what Apostle Paul was preaching, man. And even YAHAWASH, when he said they make themselves eunuchs for the kingdom, he wasn't saying to chop your nuts off. It's like he was exaggerating, like he was exaggerating.
And like I said, it's a hard thing to do, but if you master it, man, you're good. There's still attacks gonna come at you, but you're gonna have a hold on how to control yourself.
Yep.
Self-control. That's what you got to master, man. And it's hard.
Yep.
And I know everybody struggles with it.
Yeah.
I've struggled with everybody.
Bust some push-ups out.
Hey, that's beautiful. That's beautiful what y'all are saying, because that semen retention, that's spiritual and physical benefits to that. You know what I'm saying?
Man. We're taught to do all those wicked shit and watch all that wicked shit. That latches onto us, man, and that's what makes it harder for us to change as well too. Because it's not just having a physical action; it's having a spiritual action as well too. Because you got to remember, before we were flesh, we were spirit, but we're trying to attain spirituality again. And how do we do that? Through the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
Right.
And that's how you do it. You got to baptize, like I said, you got baptized in the spirit.
Yep. You got to burn. Yep. And that baptism will take place, and that the cleansing your mind, your soul and spirit.
Yeah. So, if you find yourself alone for a while, it's for a reason. The Most High, he's working with you, and you got to work with the Most High. You got to get to know the Most High, man. There's a level to everything, man. It's not overnight, man. You got to do a lot of action yourself, man. The Most High is going to open up the doors. You got to do the work.
Hey, real quick, beautifully put an icon. Let me go ahead and go to some of these comments. See, and this is what I want to is to answer. I mean, you don't have to come on or even hit the number. You can just ask the questions right here. You know what I'm saying? Mary Grace, salute to you, sister. Shalom. What is your understanding of John 3:16? Is this one of the scriptures Christians use to say so-called Jesus is God? No, they don't use it to say that Jesus is God. They use other scriptures. I think there's a scripture in the book.
Yo, brothers, I'm gonna go lay down for a night, man.
I was gonna ask you that. Yeah, come on. Shalom. Shalom. You have a blessed night, brother.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom, brother.
Shalom. So to answer this question, they don't use this scripture, but they do use other scriptures that use the they try to make a trifecta to say that the Most High, Christ, and the Holy Spirit are one, which that was a Roman that was something that was put in later. I
That
forgot
was in the Council of Nicaea. That was the
that,
Council of Nicaea where
that's where they
where
put
Saint
that
Nicholas, Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas, that's why they deified him, because he slapped Arius, because Arius was saying kind of what we believe, where the son was the firstborn of all creation, like Apostle Paul says, to where he's special. He has that special role where he exists. He was the first. And that's that doesn't demote him or anything. That's super special. He's the perfect image of the Most High. He was the first before the earth, before heaven, before anything. It was just the Most High, and then he made his only begotten Son. So that's what makes the most sense. But yeah, at the Council of Nicaea, that's where they created the whole Trinity thing, and that's where they got rid of the Passover too, and they changed it to Easter.
And they started putting in the pagan aspect, which goes back to Babylonian worship.
Yep, all that fucking egg and fucking bunny bullshit.
Yeah, the Astarte and shit. Yeah. To answer the other question, understanding of John 3:16. You're talking first. Oh, okay, that's okay. I'm thinking of John 3:16. John 3:16. You're talking about First John 3:16. Let me go ahead and go there real quick, because let me go ahead and go there. First John 3:16, because I think that's the exact one that you're. Okay, so hereby perceive we love we the love of God. Okay, First John 3:16. Hereby perceive we the love of God because. Wait, is that right? Hereby perceive we.
I don't think so.
I don't know if that's. Wait a second. I'll just pull out my Bible real quick. First John 3:16. Okay, it does say that. So hereby perceive we the love of God because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. Okay, so when you're dealing with God in this standpoint, it is speaking of the Mashiach, speaking of YAHAWASH. All right. When you see God, even if it is in capital form, and it's to answer the sister Mary Grace's question, it's all about context. If it's speaking specifically of the Most High, it'll let you know it's the Most High by saying the Heavenly Father, so on and so forth. So most likely this is what they'll use to say that he is God, that he is the Most High. But when you go into Scripture, YAHAWASH himself makes several distinctions away from him, from the Most High. Actually, and one example to that is Luke. Is it Luke 7:16? Let's see, Luke 7:16. Let's go there. It might be John 7:16. Yep, John. Okay, so I think John 7:16. Because that a lot of that is Trinity nonsense, which was created by the Roman Catholic Church. You understand? Because they themselves, what it is, they worship. When you go into the deep roots of what they worship Tammuz, Nimrod, Tammuz, and I believe Astarte.
Ishtar.
So that's the triumvirate worship that of the ancient pagan Babylonian deities, the three main ones, which is Nimrod, Tammuz, and Astarte. So it's the son, the mother, and the mother goddess. All right.
Yeah, the mother goddess of the sky.
Yeah, that's why the Catholics call Mary the Queen of Heaven, but the Bible only mentions one Queen of Heaven in Jeremiah, which was the pagan demon goddess. But
that's the concept right there.
That's where the whole Trinity Trinity got made up at it wasn't even a doctrine until 300 years after Yahawah. So it was bugged out, you know.
God. So let me bring this out. John 7:16. Yahawashi answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. And who is he that sent him? The Most High. So if any man will do his will, he shall know other doctrine, whether it be of God or whether I speak of myself. And this is Christ speaking right here. So understand this. He makes the distinction of himself from the Most High. Now, actually, this was I think this was earlier on this year, earlier on in 2023, I guess. You know, we're in 2024 now. I did go back and forth. It might have been even 2022. I went back and forth with some dudes that was Christians, right? Because it was Christians and Israelites going back and forth about, Christ and the Most High being one. What I broke down was that Christ and the Christ made a distinction here, and there's multiple distinctions between different gods. All right, between my God said to my God, or his God said to my God, so on and so forth. Speaking of King David, speaking of his God that spoke to his God, which is the Most High. All right, so there's a distinction there. So when they go into 1 John 3:16, when it talks about, let's go back. 3:16. Let's go back. When it says, hereby perceive we the love of God, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. So in other words, when we understand this is speaking of YAHAWASH. Understand this, right? When we go back, when we go here, Christ can be spoken of as a God, right? Because even when you go into the word Elohim, it's just the translation would be God, right? Which would be gods in plural, in which just means powers. Now let's go to Psalms 45.
Well, like Yahawashi said, your law says ye are gods. So, you know, there's God really just means Elohim, which means mighty one. So that's why there's a most high mighty one, the
Right.
top, and that's the Father, you know, yeah, exactly. But we are in a sense gods, like on this earth, because we're the image of God.
Right.
That's why we have dominion.
Yeah.
But we're not.
That's why he says stay in the spirit.
Yeah, but we're not the God. You know, that's
Right.
why we go off and we're corrupt. We're in his image, but we're not perfect. We have to get that uncorruptible flesh. You know what I'm saying? When we resurrect,
Gotta get those garments wind up.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So
that's why it could be confusing. I understand like why the Christian could get confused, but you would have to study the Torah. Like you'd have to hardcore study the Torah for you to come to a conclusion on the matter.
Right. And you know, when you're taught doctrine, like the Christian church has been taught, and you haven't been taught actual history or actual linguistics and actual true study of the true context of the scripture, what you begin to do is you begin to be caught up in a particular curriculum that's not necessarily can be proven or factual, man. And a lot of times, you know, that's why they'll go in and say, oh, well, this is talking about this guy, Christ is God, because it says here. Well, you're not breaking it down. You're not utilizing context. You're utilizing a religious rhetoric. You know, so
and that the Christian doctrine is poison. If you haven't read the full script, it's poison, man. If you haven't read,
but that's why you gotta like to read too, because if you don't read your Bible, you're gonna get deceived, man.
And you have
that's the point.
You got to read from the first page, man. Because what these Christians do is
people don't like to read though.
They get these Bibles, they get these Bible plans where they just start in the New Testament. Like, what kind of book do you read from the end, and then then they gloss over the Old Testament, but just to read like the motivational quotes, which
they read Psalms and Proverbs ain't even read the full book of Psalms, but they'll read Proverbs and Psalms, but then don't even read anything else that actually fucking matter, like these, like the book of Daniel or the book of the Kings in the first and second Samuel and shit. You need to understand those books. You need to understand the Kings, But see, you have to understand who the book is written for first and foremost to understand the context.
Yeah, and you're not going to understand any context if you don't start from the first page, man. You can't just be jumping around. You can jump around like we're doing now once you've already read the full Bible and you got that full context.
And you got to research too, man, because if you don't research, where are you going to go?
Right. Now, let me pull this out. Psalms 45:7. Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. Therefore, God, thy God. All right. So I want to stop here. Therefore, God, this is King David right here. Therefore, God, or I guess this might be a song celebrating the king's marriage to the chief musician upon for the. So this might be King David. It may not be King David, but at the end of the day, the whole book is written by King David. Point being, therefore, God, thy God. So he's saying, therefore, God, thy God. So there's a God that has his God, which is YAHAWASH, the Son of Man, who has his God, which is the Most High, have anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. So in other words, right here, we're seeing the distinction between this God and the other God in the scriptures. There's some you will not find in the Christian church because they don't know the scriptures, but this is, this is the distinction right here. And let me see, where is there's the New Testament scripture that reiterates this. I believe it's in the book of Hebrews, but let me check though, because when you understand the scriptures and you understand the importance of course, reading and understanding the aspect of the Most High. The Most High comes first. It's the Most High. That's why even Paul, he told you what it is. He told you the order. It's the Most High. It's YAHAWASH, the Most High, the Son, the man, and the woman, and the children. That's the order. Yeah, so there's an order right there. You can't say that Christ is in the same league with the Most High. He tells you to pray, to go to the closet and pray to thy Father, which is in heaven.
Got to order.
It's utter confusion, man. The Christian doctrine is utter confusion. How do you read that?
Yeah, what they do is they try to make you scared of your own culture, man, which is generally you should feel, attached to that, man. Well, and that's what you're trying to get back to.
And it's even worse because what did YAHAWASH say is the greatest commandment, that Yahweh is one. He's not a Trinity. He's not one in three people, or some of these bug out doctrines that they come up with. That's the most important commandment. So they're basically making you break that.
Man, and this is the reason why the scriptures are let God be true and let every man be a liar. I'm gonna say that one more time. Let God be true and let every man be a damn liar, man. Yeah. Let man, not every man, but let man, the ones that speak against the Most High and speak against His word, be a damn lie. Let's get Hebrews 1:9. I'm gonna start at verse Hebrews 1:8. But unto the Son he saith, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom. So he's telling you, O God, is but unto the Son he saith, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is a scepter of thy kingdom, right? Because he is going to be the one to establish the kingdom. Now watch this.
Keep reading down too, bro. There's probably a lot of meat on there.
Yeah. I'm just putting it right. I'm just throwing the pitch. Then here's the main course. Verse 9, thou lovest righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore God, even thy God, have anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. So you're seeing how it's linking up with the book of Psalms that David wrote. And this is Paul writing the book of Hebrews. So Christ is spoken of, who the world calls Jesus Christ, YAHAWASH, Mashiach, is spoken of as God. But he has a God, which is the one in heaven that anointed him. So come on, man. And now, Lord, in the beginning has laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the work of thy hands. You can't get no more plain than that, man.
Hey, and Yahawah made it clear too when he rebuked somebody just for calling him good. He said, "Man,
Right.
no, there's none good but the Father, man." So that in itself is a real clear distinction. He doesn't want you thinking of him as the Most High, man. You know, he said he knew he was good because he never sinned, but he doesn't even want you to call him that. You know, he was saying there's only one good, the Father. So there's obviously that clear distinction, and there's that power structure where you got the Most High, you got Yahawah, you got man, and you have the woman, man.
Right. Yeah, man. You can't get around that.
Yeah, it's and it's a lot less confusing, bro, because the whole Trinity thing, it doesn't make any sense. It's confusing. It's confusion, man, and we know
that's
that
exactly
the Most
what it
High
is.
isn't the author of confusion.
Trinity.
That's exactly what it is.
It's straight confusing. It don't make sense, man. I know it's in Matthew and Mark, but we know we know that scripture. But yeah, con man. Yeah. I hope that answers your question, Mary Grace. Sometimes Most High will visit us for our sins in this lifetime. Yeah, he will. You know, that's why we gotta alleviate sin as much as possible. Revile not the God said Seattle whole police quit. Yeah, they did back in 2020, and that's why Seattle's crime ridden now, man. I mean, not to say that they won't come in, but they'd be hiring whoever the fuck they want to be hiring in Seattle, man. It's strange, bro. Like, I'm looking at some of these police officers nowadays. I'll be like, man, how is
Bro,
this?
that shit is bad. From what I've seen.
Oh man, this shoot, bro. I mean, look, I know the '90s was bad because of gang violence, but everybody's catching hell now. There's shootings every fucking where.
No, and it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, even where I stay, man. It's every day I see on the news somebody's getting shot, somebody's getting robbed, somebody's getting killed. You know, that's why Yahawah says sell your cloak and get a sword if you have to, man. Because
get away from that shit, bro. Stay in your scriptures, stay in your thing, man. You're gonna stay in protection of the Most High and the angels, man. You best believe that.
Yeah, stay away. And that's why I go to work and go to the house, man. Because this stuff, it's not the time to be turning up.
Yeah, look. The only places I go to is the home, the gym, and work, and that's about it. I mean, I might go out every once in a while, and that's about it. You know, I'm not turning up every fucking weekend. That's just nah. Shit, I might as well just play some damn video games if that's the case, man. Because it ain't worth it outside, bro.
These streets don't love you.
Oh,
is what they say, right?
Well, shit. No, they don't. Revile not the God, says 1 Corinthians 7:1. And now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto us, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. In most cases, yeah. In most cases, yeah. Because I mean, if you don't play your cards right, and in other words, allow the Most High to guide you in the pathway of a wife, what is going to happen? You're going to find the wrong woman, and you're going to be stuck with that woman for a long time, and it's going to eat away at your life force. It's going to eat away at your own life, man. Take years off.
Crazy.
You know.
What you gotta understand too is that the Most High, man, he's gonna control everything, man, and you just fighting against the current. That's what a lot of people don't want to come to terms with, but that's what it is.
That same here, man. I've looked back, man. I feel like, man, the Most High just guided me Because if he wanted me to, because it could have been easy for me to have a female, but obviously there's a reason why I don't have one. It's not just because of my own choosing; it's because of the Most High, straight up.
Mhm.
It is clear in the New Testament in Christ's own words that he was sent by the Father, the Most High. Yep. I mean, in this, it's undisputed. People that argue against it, they don't even like. And then you have some Trinitarians in the Israelite community, by the way, teaching that madness. Just how when Yahushua ascended, he told Mary not to touch him, not to touch him heavy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Khan. But it's 1:29 over here. I know it's probably a little bit even late. It's probably 3 hours late.
Yeah, I'm about to get off, bro. About to be 5 in the morning, son. All right, y'all.
I wasn't expecting it to be this long, but hey.
That's what happens when you're in the scriptures, bro.
Hey, spirit quickened it, man.
All right, brother. Shalom, man.
Hey,
Shalom.
Peace and
brother.
blessings.
Shalom, Micro. Yeah, brother. Hey, what's your name?
Hey, my name's Kevin, bro.
Kevin. Okay.
Yeah.
You ever thought of getting yourself a Hebrew name, or you just want to just keep Kevin?
Yeah, my what I would go by is Judah Maccabees, man. That's like probably one of my favorite guys from the scriptures, man.
Judah Maccabees, yeah, he was a great warrior, tribe of Levi, yeah, no, I mean, hey, want to call yourself Maccabees? Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
Yeah, well, actually, like my name actually goes into that. It translates in the Hebrew, so that's why I resonated with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like when I looked up my name on Wikipedia, it said in the Hebrew, it goes into that.
Shit. All praise.
But yeah, fam. I wanted to ask one last thing before we tune out, man. As far as the whole, because we were going in on the whole Christian doctrine thing. As far as the virgin birth, do you kind of like believe the same thing? GMS, like with that he was the root of David. That Joseph was. Yeah.
Of course, and I have a lesson coming out on that. Putting together a lesson like that is going to be pretty long. But I got, Lord willing, I can bring this out probably in the near future. I mean, it's that's a heresy taught by the Christian Church, which started with the Roman Catholic Church. So
yeah, like everything, like most of the doctrines, most of the heresies, it was all from the Catholic Church, man. And that's why I call Christianity kind of a Catholic Junior, like Catholic light.
I mean, majority of these major religions, man, like when you go into Islam, I mean, it goes back to the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah, that's why they got the prayer beads. They like the rosary. They got their own rosary, and they mention Mary more than our Bible does.
Right. Yeah, which they worship Mary as the mother goddess. Because Catholicism means universalism. So that's what goes on. Once again, I mean, and one thing that these clown ass Israelite camps don't say, because it's always about the white man this and the white man that. We understand he's Esau according to the scriptures, and we know Esau's fate according to the scriptures, according to biblical prophecy. Thing is that you can't equate and say everything in history was freaking Esau. Just because you see European or you see Roman Catholic Church, I'm just speaking towards them. That does not mean that that's Esau. Those were black popes that created the Roman Catholic Church during that time. The Byzantine Empire was full of nothing but black men from the tribe of Judah and Levi and Benjamin. All right. And all throughout Europe was full of the Southern Kingdom, and then you had, of course, a couple of Northern Kingdom like the tribe of Dan. That's where you get the Danes from. All right, but a lot of these guys, don't know history. But regardless of the fact, our people have started these religious school systems and whatnot, and they've also created these various orders, if you will. It's just that Esau took them over, and they amplified the evil and wickedness. That's the reason why when it says that the earth was, Satan was shut up for 1,000 years. And literally, and the reason why we know that that's talking about that time period is because Esau was nowhere to be found on the earth during the Middle Ages. As far as him being in rulership, he was not in rulership during those times. It was Israel, and it was Canaan, and it was other nations that rose up into power at that time.
Hey,
But
if I would want to look into this, what sources would you recommend, brother?
It's books you have to buy. I mean, right now I'm trying to raise up $4,000 or $5,000 myself. Save up $4,000 or $5,000 so I can buy all these books and start really going to and pushing out this history. There's a book called Spanish Art and History that'll show you the Christians of Spain looking like so-called black men. Trying to think what I mean, there's so many books. Trying to think.
Because I know Apostle Paul went to Spain, right? I remember reading that in think one of his letters.
He went to Spain, Italy, because there was Israelites in Spain and Italy. Now, the migration of certain people in those areas weren't necessarily always, wasn't always, Jacob or, a dark nation. Some of them times they were Edomites, but during the Middle Ages, they were definitely so-called black, And of course, the ones that were mixed in, you got the Sicilians, today, and you could tell that them motherfuckers do not look like no fucking white people, man. For the most part, you got the big lips, big noses and shit, and darker skin complexion than other white people, and they have niggerish ways about their, over there. And then you have certain people of Portugal and Spain, and this is something I also want to say too, because you have the Northern Kingdom that was brought on cargo slave ships when they were bringing them back to Spain and Portugal. And by the way, a lot of the conquistadors and a lot of the people that came on the Spanish Inquisition, not all of them, but a lot of them were black people, that were conquering those Native Americans, by the way.
Yeah, I believe that, man. And we know too, I was reading Second Esdras last night, man, and it was you know how it says in Second Esdras that they would travel for like a year to a land that nobody had been on, and that's where like the 10 tribes would be. And I looked up, the name of the land or whatever, and it showed like on Google that Columbus thought that was talking about America.
Yeah. Yep. And what's crazy, man? A lot of these people, like that you would think that are black, or I mean, you think that were white, like Christopher Columbus. That's another guy. I'm hearing things that he was so-called black himself, which it kind of makes sense because the people that came over on the boats with him were Irishmen who were at the time were still black prior to this Irish Rebellion in the 1600s, where those the whites people that were under them actually took control of that land and started pushing them out. All right, and you also had Moors, Irishmen, and a few in another ethnic group. All of those people were Jacob. Okay, so it would make sense. But as far as a lot of the information, like you were asking, I mean, there's a lot of books. African presence in early Europe is definitely the first place to go to. And there's other sources as well. It's just a lot of it is just kind of they price out the books to like hundreds of dollars, you know.
Yeah. I've had that issue. Like I have a lot of books, but there's certain books like if a book has like way too much truth or whatever, they do price it out.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. And you know, a lot of times you need the books. You need like if something like, you know, to break down the tribe of Issachar being the so-called, you know, Mexicans of the day, or the tribes of Ben, you know, of the tribes of Ephraim and Manasseh being you know, the Puerto Ricans and Cubans of today, or you know, the tribe of Gad being the Native Americans of today, based off of Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy the 33rd chapter. You know, you have to go into the books to really do some hardcore research. As far as like, you know, when you deal with like the slave history of the Southern Kingdom, and we're just speaking of the Western Hemisphere, it's not hard to gauge that history. But when it goes to the Southern Kingdom, or you know, so-called black men in Europe, a lot of that information is so blacklisted, and it's so, a lot of the books are few and far between. Like Ancient of Modern Britons, I think I have one of those books. I don't have all versions of the books. Like those books, you have to go out and find and buy. Like the other book, art and Spanish art, or art in Spain, or something like that. It won't tell you what what it's talking about, but you have to go through the pages and look at, you know, the whitewashing they did of them damn images of them black people in Spain. You know, I think what's his name, El Cid, you know, because they done destroyed a lot of these busts that had black men's faces on them. They either knocked the noses and lips down to make them less negroidish, or they completely destroyed them, you know. So
Yeah,
so a lot of people you see in Portugal and Spain, there's a percentage of them that go back to those original black people that was originally ruling those areas. They just been, you know, they mixed in amongst the Edomites, so they don't look all the way, they don't look black, you know, as much, but you could kind of tell. And you have some of the Native Americans that were brought over, you know, the people from the Caribbean islands that was brought over there, you know. So I just, you know, that's just, you know, me.
yeah, because the skin complexion can change just from one generation. I mean, I was looking at Drake. His kid is white with blonde hair and blue eyes, and Drake's dad is black, so Drake is black, but then his kid is white with blonde hair and blue eyes. You know, so it could change
Right.
that quick.
It definitely can. And I mean, take myself for example, you know, my father's father is a pure Alaskan native. Um, you know, I guess they said Asian or Alaskan, like he looked Asian and Native American, right? But he's Alaskan native, right? So he's Native American. But you know, my father, he looks a certain way. I mean, I guess I got a lot of his hair texture, but but my father is darker than I am, you know. So it depends too, you know, about the mixing of different people, because you know, my mother's black and whatnot. So it's just different. You know, it's just different with certain people, but it's, you know. Oh yeah, and oh yeah, Mary Grace, if you still here, shalom to you as well. Ravon, not the guy, said there was a shooting and death literally at a gas station right by me. There was like 20 cops. Yeah, it's about, yeah, we're in that time of a great tribulation, or in the start of it. It's just going to escalate over the year after year after year. It you know, things wasn't safe even 10 years ago, but it was way safer compared to now, you know. But yeah, Israelite, Kevin, man, you have anything else to say, or you have any other questions?
Nah, I think I'm good for now, brother. You know, I think
All right.
we pretty much I think we pretty much covered everything.
Con. Yeah, Con. I'm gonna go ahead and crash out, man. Yeah, man, you welcome to come on anytime, man. Like I said, this is gonna be weekly, so between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I always post when I'll be going live, so there's no confusion.
Yeah, brother. I'll definitely come on, man. Whenever I'm if as long as I'm not, I don't got anything going on, I'll definitely pop up, man, because it's real good to fellowship with the other genuine brothers, man, because we could build, we could learn from each other, we could build, and a lot of these heresies, man, a lot of these false doctrines that come up, like right now, man, I've been dealing with those whether it's the anti-Paul people or the Paul twisters, the lawless people. So it's
Oh
always
yeah,
good to come in because that builds the faith, man. Because these guys, they try, they're demons, man. They try to sow seeds of doubt. You know what I'm saying? So when we all talk these things out, now I got other perspectives on it. You know what I'm saying? Something I might not see, you might see it, or something you might not see, I might see it. You know what I'm saying? And we all
right.
build from that.
Yeah, Con. Yeah, and that's all this thing is about. Is just building up the spirit, man. And and all of us learning. Shit, none of us is greater than the other. That's how we gotta look at it. Spirit quickening on whoever it wants to quicken it for. So, you know, we all learn, and it's all about growth, and it's all about you know fellowship in the best way we can. So.
Yeah,
But yeah,
calm, brother.
but yeah, but you got any final words, brother? I'm about to go ahead and salute this and close this out.
Yeah, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. All praises to the Son. All praises to the Heavenly Father. Hey, I pray that everybody who's still listening or who was listening or might watch it back, I pray you were edified. And, I hope it was a productive discussion, man. I hope that the Lord touched you, you know, during this talk, man. That you learned something or that it it uh it exalted your spirit. It put you in the spirit and it kept you going, man. Hey, that's all we can hope for.
Con, all praises. Yeah, this has been the first inaugural. This has been the inaugural biblical topics, testimonials, and open forum, volume 1. This, like I said, this is gonna be weekly. It's gonna be ongoing indefinitely. Every week between Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday night. Just be on the lookout. If you guys are subscribed to my page, you'll get the notification on my channel, Lord willing, you will. And I'll be consistent on this so that I can, bring this out and have a biblical topic and discussion with brothers and sisters. So now I did this tonight because most brothers and sisters don't work today because of the so-called this fake holiday, the fake New Year's, Janus, if you will. But point being, this it's been a great build with brothers and sisters. Want to say call all YAHAWAH SHAM YAHWASH, all due to the praise of the Most High through the name of the Son, Bashim Rakak Kodash through the Holy Spirit, and all praises. Been a blessed session, a blessed first time streaming on this, and for more shalom, salute to you sincere brothers and sisters that came in and and answered your questions, or just watched and was edified, and all praises. So shalom, much love, and y'all stay safe tonight and tomorrow.
Hey,
Shalom.
shalom, brother. We'll see each other
Shalom.
next time, man.
See you next time, brother. Shalom.